when the frame rate falls and the storm's rolling, you say look up, let the light break in.
We tune our hearts like we tune this craft. Grace on final, mercy on the earth.
From bush strips to neon bays, from first time flights to 1,000 days, you lift us each time we stall. One big body, many calls.
Welcome to Flight Sim Expo 2025, everybody.
Flight Sim Expo is the place where the community gathers.
You get to just meet people. I was over here talking a couple minutes ago with people who, oh, I fly this, I fly that. We're best friends now.
There's no other place in the US to meet the community.
We're here because we're totally geeks about flight simming and aviation. Everybody here is just as passionate as we are.
You get to see people who are, online acquaintances, get to see them for the first time and share these aviation experiences with each other.
We just did a tour of Providence Airport. Nobody gets to do this at an airport. All you do is just walk through the jetway, get on the plane, and get out of here. 9.5 out of 10.
Watching it online is okay, but just seeing it in person and kind of hearing the reactions to product, I think it's worth it.
One of the best things about Flight Sim Expo is not just the people who are here in attendance, it's the digital audience. All eyes that matter are on this show, and this show amplifies any type of announcement we want to make.
3, 2, 1.
I've been simming since 1995, and so to be here, oh my God, 30 years, and seeing the evolution of this hobby is extraordinary, and FS Expo is the showcase for all that.
Attendees should come to Flight Sim Expo. It is the place where you get your hands and your eyes on essentially everything flight sim.
You can actually touch and feel the product. I don't think you can get that anywhere else.
To be able to stand here and have people come up and say, hey, thank you for making this product. It makes you feel good about what you're doing. It'll energize our team, so when we get back to work, we've got some good vibes to feed off of.
New hardware coming out, new software coming out. It's an amazing experience. It's a great vibe.
The vibes are high this year. We are staffed up to the gills today.
Runway 17 right, clear for takeoff.
We're showing what it's like to be a controller on the VATSIM network. I think just getting to have those conversations is personally rewarding. I also get to help connect people together.
People come all over the world for your show. It's a really good community.
It gives us that exposure to not only the people that know us, but people that meet us on the floor.
If I had to choose one event, it would be Flight Sim Expo for sure.
If you take the knowledge, the gear, the people, the party, we all come here to have a great time.
I'm so blown away by learning this weekend. It's totally changed my mind and my perspective on the value of what you guys do. It's unbelievable right now.
Yes, friends, we are talking June 12th through June 14th, less than a month away, and I cannot wait to see you all there, either whether it's in person or virtually. In fact, friends, just a shout out to Evan and Phil over there. These guys are incredible. They continue to push this thing and support it, and I just got to say a big thank you to Evan and Phil. They organize a Flight Sim Expo I have for years, friends, and I cannot wait to see some of you again live there or virtually. One of the things I will mention, $15 if you can't make it, and I know a lot of you can't. Either you're halfway across the globe or maybe tickets prices are just too much for some of you. That's okay. There is a cheaper option. There's a $15 online one, an option there that I would encourage you all to take advantage of. And of course, you can watch this channel, and we'll be there streaming live. Got some exciting things planned for it. We'll be, of course, checking out Moza. They've got a booth there. We'll be checking out Scalarking, and we actually are going to be interviewing Say Intentions. Del, can you believe that? Say Intentions, we're going to be interviewing them. They reached out to me about an interview, along with Flight Deck and a few others. WINGFLEX, of course, we'll see. We can't get, I'm sure we'll get together with Tony and the WINGFLEX team over there because we're good partners with them. But definitely can't wait to see you all. How is my volume? I tried to change the volume levels for the stream because some of you said it was too loud last time. So let me know how my volume is, how the music volume is in chat if you would. But friends, so good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday night. Good to see you all. Thank you for joining tonight for a flight. We'll get into the details on the flight. One of the other things I wanted to mention, other than some of the upcoming interviews, Microsoft is not going to be at Flight Sim Expo this year yet again, and I'm trying to figure out why they're keeping such a low profile. My mic is okay. Music was way loud. Okay, I got the music turned down here, Bats. Thank you. But some other notable notes, Meridian and Honeycomb, of course, are going to be there. Navigraph's going to be there. As I mentioned, we'll be doing an interview with Say Intentions AI, Shiberby Timbers Howdy. There you go, Tashi. Skalarky. We, of course, see the Delts here. He got their TQ box, which he's said nothing but good things about him. Of course, Wind Control, as I mentioned, Thrustmaster. And X-Plane, of course, is going to be there. Aerosoft, Altimeter Motives. Anyone heard of Altimeter Motives? I haven't checked them out. Avaya Sim, Aviation Expo, Bernoulli, Cockpit Crafters, Combat Pilot, let's see, Dark Fusion Systems, Desktop Pilot, as I mentioned. We're going to be doing an interview. Hey, Kubi, Montana. How's it going? We'll be doing an interview with Desktop Pilot, of course, with Moza. Moza, good partners with us. So we checked out their AB6 and their AY210. Love their stuff. We got DG Pilot will be there. DOF, they've been there before, Bats and Delt, I think. DOF Reality Motion Simulators. Echo 19 Audio Production, EFBX, Elevatex. Who's Elevatex? I've never checked out Elevatex. ELEVATEX. Flight Code X, Flight Link, Delt, as you mentioned. Flight Link's going to be there. And I just realized I never sent them an email, Delt. Flight Link will be there. Hey, we got our good friend Mr. Wars Flight Simmer Mate is in the house. Let's give it up to Shane. Shane, how's it going? 36 months. Shane, brother, how you doing, man? Could appreciate your continued support, my friend. We gotta get you to one of these. I know you're just a hop, skip, and a jump away, right, Shane? I mean, not that far, not too far, just down under, along with Tashi. You guys probably should get a group rate. Get. Why don't you guys charter a plane? We got enough of our Aussie friends down there. I'm sure they all could pitch in together, charter a plane, fly a Cessna 172 on over here, right? I know that's dumb, but I had to do it. Okay, fly-by-wire simulation is going to be there. Fly Delta Virtual. There you go, Delt. Fly Delta Virtual. Now, don't be going over to their virtual airline. You stick right here with Symphonetic Airlines. But they're going to be there along with FS Elite. Speaking of FS Elite, I think, Shane, you used to write for them or do something with FS Elite, right? But then Gleam Aviation, GOFS, the list goes on and on. I'm not even close to through it. But friends, there's a lot of others. WINGFLEX, we're going to be highlighting WINGFLEX. WINGFLEX is going to be there. Virtual Fly and a lot more. VATSIM, probably should talk to them, huh? Get back into VATSIM. Shane says, living the flight sim dream. Cheaper to fly to the moon than the Expo from Australia. Oh, boy. Probably not too far off there, Shane. And, of course, other influencers like myself and all the Symphonetic crew. I know XP72 will be there. Blue Games will be there. Of course, Two-Tone Murphy, Captain Canada, and a lot of other ones, friends. Allison Johnson, Fly with Allison, she will be there. Got to meet her back when it was in Vegas. But can't wait to see all of them and, of course, most importantly, all of you, friends. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Flight Sim Expo, June 12th through the 14th. And, John, you're going to be there. I'm going to pick up my bro on the way up, make a pit stop at Clear Lake. Everyone will be there except us, us Flight Simulator. I know, dude, but you're just too freaking far away. And you know they're not going to go to Australia, mate. Although that'd be a trip, wouldn't it? Johnny Mon, how's it going? Let's do a shout-out before we get into the nitty-gritty of the stream tonight. We're going to be doing Cold and Dark, so you better go grab yourselves an orange whip. I'm just going to say that right now because we got a lot of hardware to showcase tonight, and we're going to go through a lot of this stuff. But before we get started, as usual, shout-out to you, Bats. Thank you, sir. And, Bats, we got some special all-metal cards, business cards. Bats is making for me. I finally at the 11th hour here. I got him the design for the business cards. They're going to be metal, so we'll give those to some of the vendors there. So appreciate your help with that as well, Bats. And Maple Leaf, good to see you, Maple. How's it going? Everybody say hello to Maple along with CP65. Good to see you, my friends. Also, my other moderators, Captain Howdy. How's it going, Captain Howdy? Del Gam, what's up, brothers? Also, another moderator, Johnny Mon. Hell of a guy, by the way. Johnny, good to see you. Good to see you. I'm sure you're working right now, but nonetheless, and another moderator, Tashi Draco. All my moderators are here almost. Almost. Not all, but almost. Good to see you, Tashi. Grumpy Gamer is back in the house. Grumpy, it's good to see you. Let's give it up to Grumpy. Again, Tashi, good to see you, Tashi. Welcome, welcome. Again, Kubi Montana, good to see you. Bedrock is in the house. Bedrock 447, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you, Bedrock. Well, I tapped out. We also have, geez, it's all blue, but it's like all my moderators tonight. Thank God I have my moderators here. We got Almost Aaron in here as well. Almost Aaron, good to see you in the real, not the fake, the real CFF. Good to see you, real CFF, and all the rest of you, and more piling in here as we go along here. But friends, thanks so much for joining. All right, let's get into what is happening tonight. So for tonight's live stream, let me get my script here. I've got to go to the script because I can't go off the top of my head here. Okay. Yes. So we are back in the A321. We haven't actually flown the A321 from Phoenix for a while. I actually... Get this, Captain Howdy. I know you're going to think I'm full of poop, but I did almost get the A340 I&I builds. Almost. I'm still planning on getting that. Gold Blaster Blaze says, hey, everyone. Gold Blaster Blaze, how's it going? Captain Aviation in the house. Good to see you, Captain Aviation. I'll welcome them as well in chat, if you would, friends, when you get a chance. Captain Howdy says A350 is better. But see, I've got so many dual-engine planes, Captain Howdy. That's why I thought it'd be kind of nice to get something different. And the A340, I know it's an older plane, but having the quad engines, I thought, like, you know, having a 4-engine aircraft would be kind of something different because, you know, we've got, like, so many twin engine. But I'm still debating the A350 as well. I am. I know you like the A350 better, but, you know, but at least if I would get something different, right? I know you're all probably like just chomping at the bit for me to fly something different than the PMDG 73 and the Airbus 319 through 321. Hey, but hey, he says, fair enough. We need PMDG to finish the 74. Yes, we do, my friend. Yes, we do. Okay, so for the flight tonight, grab your snacks, grab your orange whips, secure your tray tables, ladies and gentlemen. Please ensure all emotional baggage, I'm talking about you, Maple, is safely stowed beneath the seat in front of you because tonight we are going full airline mode. Yes, friends, tonight in Microsoft Flight Simulator with the Airbus, as I mentioned, the A321, we're taking a beautiful journey. This is, by the way, FlyTampa scenery you're seeing in the background of the beautiful Toronto Pearson International Airport. That's CYYZ. There's the information below. All the way down to sunny Jacksonville International Airport, KJAX. Now, again, the FlyTampa rendition of Toronto, but we also have the Fly Too High KJAX. And I just realized it was 2 nights ago when I was planning this trip that we hadn't done a KJAX flight for a long time. I think I only highlighted the payware scenery for that once. So we're going to do a gate-to-gate experience. This flight, I think the block time, by the way, let me check. I think the block time is a little over 2 hours. Actually, a lot longer than that. 2 hours and 32 minutes. Believe it or not, you're going to be stuck with me. Not even that, but we're going to go cold and dark. I know, cold and dark, friends. So time to get your orange whips and get your minds ready because it's going to be a decent link stream, but that means more time with all of you, and so I'm excited about that. Now, for tonight's cockpit setup, we are fully loaded with the incredible WINGFLEX Airbus ecosystem, including the A320 Overhead Panel. And let me go ahead and turn on the cameras. So we got the, first of all, we got the stuff down here. We got the MCDU. This thing's $600, the MCDU. And look, it comes with its own stand. Not as good as Flight Sim Mod stand, by the way. And then we've got the, this thing is amazing. This is the desk mount thing for all your cubes for WINGFLEX. These are nice and small. They're 80% scale. I like the 1x1 from WinControl, but this stuff is cool because it's actually 80% scale, and then they got the radio panel on the far right. Also, we have the TCAS module from WinControl, but I don't even have that connected tonight because we're going to be demoing the WINGFLEX stuff, and this has the TCAS module as well. I'm doing well, Captain Aviation. Appreciate it. Oz Flight Simmer says 2 hours and another 2 hours for the startup. That's about right, my friend. You know that. Whoops, wrong button. And then up here, we've got, my microphone's in the way. Let me move it out of the way. We've got the, you're going to see my nose. But there's the Airbus, the A320 Overhead Panel from WINGFLEX as well. This thing is amazing. And so we're doing that. And then not only that, but we've got more gear here to show you. Over here, I've got, let me go to the overhead. There we go. We got the overhead. We got the AGP from Wind Control with the beautiful metal handle here for the landing gear. The throttle, Ursa Minor throttle. The Pack 32, which you can't see, it's back here. It's got the parking brake, the flap control, and the speed brakes, air brakes, and all that. The spoilers, the E-cam down here. And I got the TCAS module down there, but I don't even have that hooked up right now, so I'm not taking up a USB port for it because I do have the awesome WINGFLEX stuff set up. And then not only that, but friends, we also have the awesome Wind Control rudder pedals, the airline edition. These are the Orion pedals. They're the metal, but they're actually plastic up here, but a lot of the stuff underneath is metal. The interior guts is metal. So we got the whole kit and caboodle for you, friends, tonight. Okay, friends, and so with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Friends, I'm Sim Fanatic. I am your host for tonight's live stream. Appreciate you all being here, and we're going to jump into it, friends. All right. If I can find my mouse. There we go. Right, so let's jump down in here. But who do we have flying with us? We got TJ Turner over there. Good to see you, TJ. Bats is in here. Maple Leaf. It looks like we got JB Alberta. Blaster Blaze. Time Crown. I don't know if all of you are with us in the stream. Probably some of you are, like KC Alex, I don't think is with us, but Bats, of course, is with us. Del Gam, Emmett the Nemesis over there, and several others that are probably creeping in. But let's go down to the aircraft here. We'll turn the music off for now. Good to see you, Del. Look at Del. He's sporting, I don't know if you're sporting the Sim Fanatic livery, virtual airline livery tonight, Del, but definitely we'll be checking in with FlightLink. We got to get going with FlightLink. And then we're over there. We see Blaster Blaze, Time Crown, Maple Leaf, Alberta. Where's Captain Howdy? Is Captain Howdy not flying with us tonight? You made it, Test Pod N911. Good to see you. Everybody, welcome to Test Pod. TJ Turner says hello, everyone. Hello, TJ. Jerrymon says, I know I edged my way into the conversation. John, you're always welcome into the conversation. Anytime, my friend. Anytime. But by the way, did you all notice there's a huge GSX update? It's like GSX 4 point something. Maybe it's 4.0.0. But GSX did an upgrade. They do actually have a different interface now with their program there. Let's see. Captain Howdy says, Osflight Simmer, did you see that the new Phenom hangar has a hot tub? Now you and Sim Fanatic can enjoy. Don't encourage him, Captain Howdy. Yeah, I know. We still haven't done that hot tub moment that he promised me when we hit 10,000. I don't know if I really want to collect on that, but nonetheless, thanks, Captain Howdy. All right, and Captain Aviation says, how are you doing, Symphony? I am well, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're all doing well. And we will jump on into it. Evo Eagle Sky is not joining us tonight. I do want to do a shout-out. Unfortunately, he had to put his dog down, which is a horrible, horrible thing. So I said, hey, we understand, but wish him the best. And definitely understand him missing this stream. That's such a hard thing. Any of you that have pets, and I think most of you do, you know how hard it is to lose one of your animals, one of your pets. So heart goes out to Eagle, Evo Sky. Eagle Sky, Evo. He always changes that up and puts me off. Osflight Simmer says, Captain Howdy, don't know what you are talking about, but may remember for $10,000. Oh, there you go. You better be doing something more. No, never mind. I'm not going to go to that dark and awful place. No. No, never. That's what happens to us, Osflight Simmer, right there. Crash and burn, my friend. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Cold and dark. Here we go. From the beginning. From scratch. I'm going to use JD's. We haven't done a cold and dark all the way, so I thought, you know what, to demo everything, we might as well go ahead and just do cold and dark. So appreciate you all bearing with me. I know I take an exorbitant amount of time. I'll try to make this as quick and, well, it won't be quick, but I'll try to make it as quick and painless as possible. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into it. So first and foremost, we're going to do the parking brake. And again, the nice thing is I can go right down here, verify that is on. And you can't see this, but I got the Pack 32. So you're going to see that parking brake go back and forth there. So I've got that on. So parking brake is on. Now we're going to go up top because we got to make sure we're doing BAT 1 and BAT 2. So we're going to go right up here. And let's do this. Hold the phone. Overview. And I'm going to put this one up. There we go. And you should see that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do BAT 1. And you're going to see that light. I don't know if you can see that, but the light comes on. You can see in the virtual cockpit the light coming on. VAT 2. There we go. And we're going to go to external power since that's available. And you can see everything's going to start powering up. And then you're going to see this. I'm going to go to FCU. And we should start seeing this stuff power up as long as it's working. There it goes. Now it's all coming online. You can see the $600 for this MCDU. I like WINGFLEX stuff, but $600? $600? I don't know. I mean, is it better than the wind control? Yes, it is a little bit, but I don't think it's that much better. But all this other stuff is actually really nice because of the fact that you... Was I dramatic enough, by the way, there? I think I was. Do I need to do a little more work? I probably do. But anyway, WINGFLEX stuff all around. MCDU. As you can see, it powers up. I mean, you do have like this dimmer here. I don't know if you can see that, but the dimmer, you can like, it actually has, I do like that there is a actual manual dimmer. See how I'm turning the lights up and down? You can do that around the panel too. But I do like the fact that there is a manual dimmer on it. And I actually use that. Damn 600, exactly, Captain. I mean, it's nice. It comes with a stand, but by the time you'd buy the... Here's a plug for a shameless plug for our good friends at Flight Sim Mods. But you could get the PFP desk stand, and you could buy the wind control, and still have over half of that money left over. And so I can't at this point recommend the MCDU from WINGFLEX, even though I do appreciate them sending it to me for $600. That price point is really steep. I think it's still $600, but somebody might want to check that for me. Drama queen would be the right term, says Tashi. I agree. Test pilot N911 says the guy got life without parole. What was that on? Symphonetic Mingle Bar, good morning from Myanmar. Hey, Pie Trophy is back in the house. Let's give it up to Pie Trophy. Welcome from Myanmar. Awesome, man. Good to see you. Welcome back to the stream. Good to have you with us. Shane said he agrees. It's better, but not for the price. Yeah, it's just that's a heavy lift, friends. Heavy lift. Read post above. Test pilot says. Okay. I really need to be here. I was in court all day. My oldest brother was what? Murdered. So shocking. I'll avoid telling you. What the hell? That is horrible, dude. What? I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, we need some better news, man. I'm sorry to hear that, man. But hopefully, let's see here. He got life without parole. Well, that's... I don't know. That's probably... I don't know if that really... That doesn't really fill the hole in your heart. But so sorry to hear that, man. That is horrible. Horrible. What's wrong with people? What's wrong with people? Why can't they all... You know what's wrong? They just need to, like, chill out and have some community like we have here, right? There's just something wrong with people these days. Well, I'm so sorry to hear that in 9/11, but I'm glad there's some sort of justice that's happened there. Man, need some good news. My buddy, one of my buddies said his wife and his daughter were driving up in the Minneapolis-Rochester area, and she blacked out, and they hit a concrete barrier, but they were okay. And his daughter went over and put the car in park, or hit the parking brake or something. I think she pulled the parking brake, and they got stopped. Good God, that was just like horrible. But I mean, boy, higher power there with them for sure, because they got protected. But man, I'll tell you what, it is just, I need some good news. Anybody got some good news? I mean, $600 for a MCDU unit sounds like pretty good news compared to that kind of stuff, obviously. Man, so sorry to hear that. Okay, man, I'm sidetracked now because that's horrible. Okay, so we got the external power on. We're going to go nav light now. So we're going to go up here and do the nav light. So we're going to go right up here, do nav 1, nav light on. And the APU master, we can go ahead and turn that on. So we're going to go APU master. We're going to see that go blue. We're going to give it about 3 seconds, and then we're going to go ahead and start the APU. And you can see that starting up there. Let's drop down here. You're going to see this power up. Grab my Xbox controller. And we should see a little tiny flap coming out. Yeah, there's the flap, and we should hear the APU starting up. So there's a little flap right over here, a little flappa. There it goes. Flight Simmer says, I have some good news. My garage door broke. Good news, for a small fee of $500, it's now fixed. Yikes! Oh, man. Jane, when it rains, it pours. Am I right, fellas? My goodness. I love the sounds. Maple just said karma. LRM, thank you. Daniel Stewart, how you doing? Look at that. Daniel, thank you for the reminder. I did forget, so thank you. You get the first... somebody drop a first officer emoji for Daniel Stewart, since I'm busy trying to get this thing started up. What Air Canada livery is it in the normal Air Canada or Air Canada... I'm not... that's a good question. I am not a Air Canada expert, so I don't know. I know there's some differences with the liveries, and I think it has to do with, like, this plane looks like it has, like, a... what do you call that? Like a mask on its eyes there, or on the cockpit? But maybe somebody else can answer that knows Air Canada better than me. I just picked an Air Canada livery. Oliver Garrett is in the house, friend. Let's welcome Oliver. Welcome. We're going cold and dark. Start here. Now we got the APU all up and running. Okay, back to our JD's checklist, friends. All right, so that's all going. External power can come off, so we're going to go back up top. Because once we see that says available, we can go ahead and push this button for external power, and it'll flip back over, and you'll go to the green light available. And that's what I like about the A320 Overhead from WINGFLEX, is they got the LED lights about right. Let's see, APU bleed can come on. So that's this button right here. APU bleed coming. You can all feel the air rush back. We're going to go 8 airs. 1, 2 is on the right. 3 is in the center. We're going to put those on. And let's go ahead and do the fuel pumps. You can see them all white here. We're going to go ahead and turn them on. You notice I've got the stand as well. By the way, little tip. Don't buy this stand from... I'm sorry, I'm going to say it, but don't spend the money for the stand from WINGFLEX. I think it's like 70 or 80 bucks from them. You can buy the same stand on Amazon for like 30 bucks, maybe 20. Don't tell them I told you that. Anyway, but I do like the fact that it comes over, but it does kind of bounce around. But we're going to go ahead and turn these off. Just a regular VESA stand. You can buy it. You can find a freaking dozen or more. Actually, probably a whole 1,000 of them on Amazon or somewhere, right? BA Fish is in the house. Brent, how's it going? I was telling everybody, Brent, I was started up the stream. I don't think you were here yet, but I was talking about Sim Expo, and I'm going to stop and pick you up, and we're going to go up on Thursday, and it is going to be a blast. Okay, so we got that all started up. Good to see you, Brent. I'm excited to have you come up and join us, because I know you missed Providence, my friend, my brother, from the same mother. But it's so good to have you here, Brent. Bats, where are you flying to? IHOP. There you go, Brent. Okay. Where the hell was I? We got the 8 airs. We got the fuel pumps on. We've got we got oxygen for the crew. Better give them some oxygen. Overhead panel. We're checking for no white lights except for the voltage, of course. We got the emergency light right here, the switch. We're going to go ahead and turn that to arm. And ladies and gentlemen, there will be no smoking. Brent, no smoking on this flight. Sorry. There it is. No smoking. Their chime went on. All right, now we're going to drop down to the EFB. Sorry this is going to take a while, but, you know, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Down here. And we're going to power on the EFB. There we go. Phoenix, and we're going to import the sim brief information. We're going CYYZ. And if you type in !FP people into chat, you will see I've got it all there for you. Well, I had to put it in the bot, and the bot will give it to you. Bat says, who told you? And BA Fish says, figured it had to be IHOP if she only has one leg. Oh boy, now Brent, you're getting just as bad as Shane's jokes now. I'm telling you, that's scream worthy. Here, this is for you, Brent. Crash and burn. And the second, I don't know, but it's looking good so far. What movie's that, friends? You know that movie. CYYZ to KJAX. We're going to go over here and be ready for the weather. We're also going to ground services, and that looks good. We're going to keep the chocks on. Mass and balance. Let's go ahead and load the aircraft. We're going to do instance. I'm not taking any more time than necessary. And I'm going to let that breathe a little bit as we fly over to the chart section here and go to CYYZ. And you have to have a subscription. Again, Navigraph will be at Flight Sim Expo, as I had mentioned, but we're going to go right here. And I love the fact that they can have these charts for situational awareness. There's our plane, and we're going to go, what runway was it? 3-4. So we're actually going to go down to 3-3. I'm sorry, 3-3 right. 3-3 right. All right. So we're going to leave that in place. Bottle of Crown per day. Oh my gosh, Brent. Dude, you did that. Okay, everybody, I got to take a little time out here just to tell a quick story. So when we stayed at the Real, my brother and I were in the old section. And of course, all you cool people that have dollars to burn stayed in the newly renovated section. But my brother and I, it wasn't that bad. We had a good time over there. I'll tell him about the vending machine later on in the stream, maybe. But my brother buys a bottle of Crown Royal from the casino. Does anybody want to take a guess how much a 750 milliliter bottle of Crown Royal is from the liquor store that's in the casino?
Did you hear about the story of the guy who fell into a vat of optical glass? He made quite a spectacle.
Nicely done. $5 dono dropping in from CFF. CFF, thank you so much for that $5 dono. Let's give him some love in chat, friends. $5 dono. Hey, bada, so we can get it again. Thank you so much to the real, not the fake, the real CFF. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, CFF. That $5 dono. Thank you so much. Once again, CFF, drop some love in for CFF. Thank you, Bats. Nicely done. Even Captain Aviation liked that one, my friend. That's awesome. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, brother. Okay, back to the checklist. Anyway, I'll tell the story about the vending machine later, Brent. Nope, only $80. It wasn't $150. Jared, how's it going? Man, I've got like almost all my moderators tonight. This is a treat. And all the rest of you. Yeah, not that much, but well, it was kind of $150 because Brent, didn't you buy 2 bottles in one day? Because you were like, we were all drinking from your Crown, and you're like throwing it all out there, and man, I'll tell you, crazy. What song? Is that what you mean? What song, Captain Aviation? Not sure what that's asking. What you're asking there? I need more laughs, Test Pilot says. Yes, at 9/11 for sure, buddy, for sure. Cheap hotel, then do it at MGM. Yeah. Well, actually, we found a liquor store that we walked over to, but we were playing like fricking Frogger to get over there because we had to cross, the traffic in Vegas at the Rio. How many of you been at the Rio? How many of you were there in chat that were at Flight Sim Expo in Vegas back in 2024? And that was crazy. Oh, W means awesome song. Thank you. See, you guys, you got to teach me. I'm kind of old school, Captain Aviation. Appreciate it. I need all the help I can get. You all know that. Okay. All right, EFB. We've got that set. Let's go ahead and import the sim brief. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop over here. Now, if you can see this. So over here, I've got my my McDo, the $600 McDo. Did anybody, Oz Flight Simmer, is it still $600? Anybody know? I think it's $600 still. We're going to go FMGC. And then we're going to clear that GPS lost, and then we're going to go to initialization, and then we're going to hit RSK2, so that's going to start that, as you can see. Turn and Burn's in the house. Turn and Burn, what's up? How's it going, Turn and Burn? Good to have you here. Are you turning and burning? Why is this so stiff? My microphone's stiff. Okay, so we got that loaded up. Flight number, we are going to say, what's Canada? What's the ICAO code for Canada? I know it's not CAN, right? It wouldn't be that. Canada, Air Canada, ACA? ACA probably? ACA Airlines, we'll go ACA. 542, that's probably not right. ACA 542 will say, we're going to look at the, hey, it is ACA. Nice. Maple, I can sometimes get lucky and guess right. Okay, and then let's see here. We got that set, and we're going to go ahead. Cost index. I got to look at our sim brief output. Cost index is 12, so we're going to go 12 on LSK 5. Cruise. It's almost straight south, and based on our flight pattern, our flight path, there are times we should be doing flight 360, and sometimes we should be doing flight level 370. In fact, if you do somebody did do FP like TJ Turner, so. It doesn't show in there, but if you have a sim brief output, you'll see that it kind of hops back and forth. That's because we'll be going right and odd directions on the way down. But we're just going to, for simplicity's sake, we're just going to do 370 and be lazy. So I'm going to type in flight level 370, and that's plugged in. Perfect, perfect. Good deal. Oliver Garrett, it's good to see you. Says Dodgers just scored 2-0. You are an MLB fan, huh? Do you have merch store online? I do not, Captain Avia. I need to get that going. I do. I need to. Maybe next year. I definitely need to get that going. Have the blue skies, something up there. But yeah, definitely something. You're an LA. You're an NFL fan as well, Oliver. I see. Okay, nice. So we are going to continue on. So we've got the INET, and that's all set. We're going to go flight plan now. So we're going to type in flight plan. We're going to hit the FPLN button right there. We're going to type LSK1, CYYZ. We're going departure. Departure, of course, we are leaving on 3-3 right. I think that's right? 3-3 right. And then, let's see here. We're doing the BETS 3 departure, so that's LSK5, BETS 3. And transition is ERA, so that's RSK2. RSK2 plugged in. We're going to go ahead and enter that. And then we're going to go down to LSK6, KJAX, RSK1. When I say LSK1, 6, these are the buttons on the left, the buttons on the right, 1 through 6, 1 through 6. Okay. We're going to actually do, I'm wanting to do the, for the 8 approach. Of course, you're going to be waiting a lot longer than now, SoCal Jerry. Justin Mercer's in here. Justin, how's it going? Sipanek still waiting for my shirt. Oh, you're talking about the shirt. Oh, I know. Okay, this is on me. I failed. It's coming. It's in the mail. It actually isn't. That's something I definitely need to get going. Good gravy. Boy, I suck. I suck. I know I suck. I'll get it eventually. You guys hold me true. Keep me honest. Do the horn again so that way the Dodgers can score again. All right, here you go. Oops, wrong one. Where was my horn? Oh, here we go. There you go. Okay, so we're doing 8. I want to do RNAV 8, so I'm just going to keep scrolling to, and I want to do Y. So we're going to do RNAV 8Y. Our transition or our star approach, which is standard arrival, is Looney 2. Not Looney Tunes, Looney 2. LSK3 there. And ECENT is RSK3. That will be our transition and enter. There we go. And now we're going to want to get rid of these manual flight plan discontinuity. It's a little different than the PMDG and the 7.3 FMC. What you want to do first to get rid of the flight plan discontinuity, you want to hit clear first in your scratch pad. So you have clear. We're going to hit LSK3 to get rid of the manual. We're going to hit clear again, LSK3 again to get rid of that flight plan discontinuity. And we're going to scroll through here and make sure that all our waypoints are looking good. Then we're going to look at the actual flight plan, virtual flight plan, if you will, make sure that's all cleaned up and it's looking good. So I'm just going to scroll through here. There's Looney. There's another manual, so we got to clear that out. So clear LSK3, clear LSK3. That's cleared out. And then there's our holding, and then you can see there's the runway 8 at KJAX. So I think that's looking good. So we're going to hit RSK6 to clear that out. And then I'm going to go back to the start. Now what we're going to do is we're going to play with the SCU a little bit here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to switch over right here. And I'm going to just zoom in here so you can see this. So right now, again, we've got the panel here, and I probably need to move this camera because you can't see it. But we got the camera. There we go. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this from arc to plan, and you're going to see that switch. I also have this at 40, so I can go closer or out farther just by flipping this switch. I like to start with 20 when I'm doing the virtual, and I'm just going to hit the up arrow on my McDo to kind of go through that virtual. And what we're trying to do is see if there's anything that looks weird or messed up in our flight plan. So this is kind of like our virtual flight through before we take off. This is always a smart idea to just run through this and make sure everything is. See, now right there, I see something that looks really bad. There's a hairpin turn there. Well, the reason for that is Looney actually got to enter in some manual things here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually looking back at my sim brief. Actually, I'm looking at Navigraph charts, honestly. So if I go to Navigraph, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Let's do the app here. I'll go to Navigraph so you can see what I'm looking at. So you go to the Navigraph charts. And so what we're looking at is, if you can see that, So right here, we've got loony. So you can see that's where we stopped. So you go down here, you see loony, right? It's a little loony. So that's where loony. Then goes to Graydon. So we're jumping from loony straight to here. So I don't know if you can see my mouse cursor, but if we were taking that and we're going all the way to is it Graydon? That's why we have the hairpin. We got to enter the Penzi, the Affix U, and these waypoints here before Graydon. So it's going to be really easy. All I got to do is type it in. So if I type in P, so let me remove this so you can see what the hell I'm doing, because otherwise you're not going to see what I'm doing. So if I type in PE, as we looked at that chart, we type in, that's what I love about Navigraph. Not that you need Navigraph. You don't need to spend the money to get, you can look at any chart. This is just an approach plate, right? So we're going to go Penzi, and I'm going to put it right between loony and Graydon. So I'm going to hit LSK3 here. And when I do that, you're going to see after loony, now it puts Penzi in. I got to add the other ones too. It's really easy. AFXEW. Now, sometimes these will automatically be put in when you do the approach, and sometimes they aren't, like tonight. And we'll do that right after Penzi, but that actually works out nice because then I can demo this for y'all. Next waypoint is QIQGU, and then we're going to hit LSK5 to put that in after AFXEW. I'm going to scroll up a little bit here, and then we got Graydon, and so I'm going to clear that flight plan discontinuity. Now, when I hit enter, or temporary insert, now what we should see is those are plugged in, and now if we go up here, now look at this. This looks much better. That's going to bring us right in and get us set up for a good approach, because as you all know, a better approach is a better landing, right? This is a simulation channel, not sports. Nice. Okay, sometimes it ends up being a sports channel, though, doesn't it, Jerry and everybody? We love our sports. We love our sports. Okay, so what I like to do then is just get this back to our starting point. So I'm just going to keep hitting that up arrow until we get to CYYZ 33R. We're going to go ahead and switch this back. Ooh, good gravy. Hopefully that isn't going to keep happening. That was some low frame rates. Okay, so we're going to go back over here, put that to 10, and put this back to arc. And there we go. Okay. Does that make sense? Boy, that performance is kind of dying there. Hopefully that's not going to be... hopefully it's just reloading the textures there, because that's horrible. We'll just hope that we keep on keeping on. I do have the high fidelity, and there's probably a lot of you that are in here, because I was running through this last night and it didn't skip a beat, but I think once we get all the planes and I got the high fidelity, I might have to turn that down if we have problems with frame rates here. Once I get this loaded up, it's not so bad. We'll probably stay in the cockpit, though, so we don't... I don't want to tempt fate, friends. I don't want to tempt fate. Okay, let's continue on. We can turn off that overview of the overhead there. Okay, so now that we got that done, I'm going to go back to my check out. And again, appreciate you all being patient with me, because God knows, Lord knows I need it. We got our flight plan all cleared through. Now we're going to go back to initialization. So I'm going to go back here and do initialization. So the INET, we're going to go, there's a left and right arrow, so we're going to go right arrow, and we got the ZFW. Here's the nice thing with the Fenix aircraft. We're going to go right over here. That's kind of normal. That happens to me. We're going to go to departure performance. Actually, no, I'm sorry. We're going to go back to Fenix, and right here where we had this load, now we're going to hit send to McDo. And now if we go down here to the right, we're going to see that information is already loaded up. I'm going to go to my SimBrief chart, or my SimBrief report. I'm going to look at times and weights. It's the third sheet. And what I should have is a ZFW of 142.6, and I do, on my sheet and on here. And my fuel, block fuel, should be at 21 or close to it, and it is 21. It's actually 21.1 on my printout. I like San Diego as a city, not nice place. Yes, it is. Okay, so that looks good. So, and then departure performance. We're going to go back over to the, we're going to go performance on our McDo. So I'm going to push a button. Now we got our V1 rotates, right? Our V rates. And so we're just going to pop, back over here, go back home and go departure performance, sync load sheet. That's going to plug our tow and our Mac tow in. And we're going to sync weather and then calculate. Now I could go over and I could enter everything on the McDo, and I would actually encourage you to do that. But in the essence of time, I'm just going to hit send to McDo, and I do like that because it'll plug it all in, and But you want to have as much time with the pushing the buttons, if you know what I mean. When you spend the kind of money that you do on this stuff, you want to use it. So you're not going to hit send to McDo. I'm doing this in the essence of time. And then I just wasted all the time we gained by talking about it. Okay, anyway. Ah, damn it. I hit the wrong... Yeah, let me go back up. This is saving time, I know, Jerry, right? Okay, so we got our V1. Our transition altitude is, of course, we're in the U.S. We're in Canada. Is Canada 180? Yeah, Canada's 18,000 feet. So now we're gonna talk about pushing buttons again. We're gonna do the altimeter, and it's saying 29901. And so let me see if that's right. What is it over here? So that's what I like to go back over here, look at our weather, because this is right within the sim, so that should make sense. Go to my flights, back over here. So let's hope, yep, 3016. Perfect. Perfect, Jerry, and everybody, because now I get to play with the dials. So what we're going to do is now we're going to drive this in to 3016. So I'm going to go, and I've got these synced. Now here's one of the disadvantages of the WINGFLEX from the wind control. You only have one EFIS. You have the left EFIS, the center thing is the FCU, and the thing on the far right over here. That is called their RMP Cube because it has a radio and all that. So you don't get your first officer, which is actually, I think this is actually better because you get more functionality rather than just using the same thing and pay double for it. So actually, I like that WINGFLEX did design that different because you have more functionality by that. So what I did is there's a setting within Fenix to sync these. So you notice this is at 3016. Now when I switch over to my wind control, because I do have a left and right EFIS that a lot of you know that follow me, but there's a setting in the EFB where you can sync those, and it's kind of nice to be able to switch back and forth. Anyway, just want to point that out. That's one of the big key differences on WINGFLEX, other than the 80% ratio, than the 1-to-1 like wind control. Okay, altimeter set, FCU speed and FCU heading, so those should be all dashed, as many of you know. When you fly the Airbus, these should be dashed, and they are, as you can see. Maybe you can see that right there. Kind of hard to see on the camera, but those are dashed, trust me. I wouldn't lie to you, friends. I wouldn't lie to you, test pilot. Have picked somewhere around here. Okay, so an FCU altitudes. Let's go ahead and set that. Flight level, so this has the 100, so you can switch back and forth, and we can go to the thousands. And by the way, the actuation, just like the wind control WINGFLEX, I love the actuation on the switch here, or on the rotary dial. It feels nice and natural, and yeah, I do like that. I like it for both, actually. Wind control does a good job with that too. So we got the flight level set at 370 transponder. So here's a nice thing. We can go over to TCAS, and I don't know if you can all see this, but I'm over here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down below so you can see it within the cockpit. So we're looking for right down here. Scroll over. And so with the RMP Cube, the nice thing is I'm going to switch this to auto without using my mouse. I'm going to do it over here. And we're going to switch that to auto. And look at that. That's lovely. We'll pop that thing right back on there. Wasn't expecting that to come off. There we go. And try that again. Let's see that in an instant replay. Okay, maybe a little gum. Maybe a little dab of glue. We'll fix that right up. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, but anyway, we'll continue on. See, that's why you guys come here. I broke it. CP loves to say that to me. You broke it. I did. Okay, so we got that set. Got to clip that. There you go, SoCal Jerry. Okay, we are getting close. We're really close, friends. External power verify off. So we're going to go ahead and go back up top here. Make sure we have available. So that's off. If you believe, we're going to verify that is on. And let's go ahead and do that in the virtual cockpit too. So you see that's on. Seatbelt sign, we're going to go ahead and turn that on. So ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seatbelt as we go back there. Love that frame rate. Seatbelt on. And what else we got? Seatbelt on, lost my spot. Oh, beacons, here we go. So before we do that, again, we got the GSX, and I'm going to hit Control F12 because I am using, wonder if this is why. I doubt it, but I'm using Parallel 42. But we're gonna launch GSX here. Now look at there's a new interface here. Can you? No, you can't see. Can you see that? You can see it. So this is what changed in GSX. So this just was released. You can see it right down here. It's version 4.00. So those of you that have GSX, make sure you go and load up. What is it? It's not Sim Market. I forget who sells this. It's not Just Flight. I just lost it. But anyway, you want to update it, and the version 4.00 does give you a nicer interface, as you can see here. I do like the improvements in the layout. But now we're going to go ahead, and it's all automagic, and there is a setting to turn this on and off in Fenix. But we're going to go up top here, and we're going to turn on our beacon. Now check this out. Can you see up above? You can kind of see the red flashing light. I put my hand over it. See that red? Here, let me do this. I'll turn off the lights. Check this out. See?
Hello, Captain. We're
It's all red.
pushback.
How cool is that? All right. See, they're getting ready for pushback. Ready for pushback. And see the guys coming over here. We'll go back over here. Back to our charts. I really shouldn't go outside. I'm just asking for trouble by doing that. We are ready for pushback. Oliver says, guys, this year the referee did not make any calls at all, not even in basketball or hockey or football. Oliver, what do you think? Well, what do the rest of you think? There comes Captain Howdy pushing back. There he is. What do you all think about AI doing refereeing? You know, that's a thing that's got to be coming. What do you all think? I want to know in chat, you know, since we got to talk about sports. Do you think that takes away from it? Or do you think that that's a good thing? Having AI do like the umpire and the referees and all that. Very bad idea, CP. I kind of think so too, because it's going to take the humanity out of it, right? Because that's part of the game. It's part of the people all pissed off that the referee didn't call that thing, right? Or they love that the referee called it. If they have AI do it, it takes that drama, that's all part of the experience, I think. I think I agree with you, CP. I think it's a bad idea. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do the pushback map. I haven't fixed this yet, though. Anyone else have to clear route before you? I don't know. That's been a thing. Oh, shit. Oops. Almost said save route. Let's go this direction. I don't know if we have to go back that far. Let's go this far. There we go. Because we're going to go down to 3-4. Save route. Here we go.
Release parking brake, please.
Release the parking brake. Okay, so we're going to release the brake, and I'm going to go down here and release the brake. You can hear it release.
All engines clear. Start at will.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and change this. Bring that down. Y'all see my gut? Still holding them steady 173. Happy to report. Okay, let's go ahead and get this bird. Let's kick the tires and light the fires, as they say. So we're going to go down here. I'm going to go ahead and do ignition to start on my... that's part of the ignition and start is actually in the engine. Fuel cutoffs are actually part of the Ursa Minor throttle. So we got that, and we got the bleed. Change it over. Let's go ahead and cut the music and start the engines. And that's the other thing. The sound of the Fenix is just impeccable. Parking brake set.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
The other thing I love about the fact of, like, with having the Pack 32 from Wind Control and all the controls here, I know you guys could map it to like a button on your keyboard, or, you know, a keyboard, or maybe your controller. We are using the Ursa Minor flight stick as well. But what I do like about that is I don't have to go back to the cockpit and do the virtual cockpit, right? Symphonic, what scenery is this? This is the FlyTampa scenery for Toronto. SoCal Jerry, thank you for the question. It is a fantastic scenery. I love FlyTampa stuff, as you all know. All right, and I think we got a good engine start, so I'm going to go ahead and tell GSX that we have a good, so it's Control-Shift F12 by default. And we're going to say, confirm good engine start.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
All right, we're going to switch over to the other wing and start engine number 1, and we'll hear the pumps. Switch over to that, and we'll get engine number 1 started here. Thanks again. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Thanks for joining SimFanatic and the SimFanatic crew, SimFan family, as we also call them. Call you all that are regulars and our newcomers. We appreciate you joining us. Tashi, what did Tashi say no to? 53 minutes? Our streams have been pretty long lately. You know, we had a while there where it would be like an hour and a half, and now they're getting kind of long again. Listen to that sound.
Disconnected. Bypass pin removed. If we land on water, left is clear, right is clear. Remove from the pouch.
Light is green, trap is clean.
Over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and click together. Pull the string.
TJ says I should have said it changes it from a tradition to strictly business. Yeah, I agree. Should we fire Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA? I don't know. I don't watch the NBA, Oliver. There are too many games. What are there, like 84 games in the NBA for regular season? That's too many games for me. That's why I love the NFL so much. 17 games now, right? And then you got your postseason. All right, so now that the engines have started, we're going to go ahead and you're going to see me switch this over. And I'm not going to use my mouse. I'm going to use the Ursa Minor throttle back. Mode to normal. You're not going to see this, but I'm going to hop up top here. And we got some other things to set here. Engine mode selector, APU bleed can come off, so we're going to go ahead and you're going to see that light extinguish. APU bleed is off. APU master can come off. Those coming off. All right. Anti-ice, we're not going to worry about. Let's see, our auto brake. And you can see right here, I'm going to go ahead and do auto brake. You're going to see that light come on. So watch the max light here for the auto brake. We look over here. So I'm going to hit the auto brake, and this is the AGP, so you can see the blue light coming on. I love that. Flaps, we're going to set, what were flaps at? Flaps are at 2 up 9, so flaps 2. So we're going to, the other thing you're not going to be able to see here, but it is here, is I'm going to reach down here and do flaps 2. So we're going to do flaps 1, flaps 2. Indianapolis 500 this weekend, nice. Speaking of racing, who picked up Forza Horizon 6? I got it installed last night. I think it's actually pretty nice. AI is meant to enhance, not replace. I agree, Tashi. Okay, so we got flaps 2. Now we're going to have to set... the reason the frame rates drop right there is because I don't have Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've got my checklist, so my resources for my CPU goes to outside of the sim. When I jump out to my checklist, that's why that does impact that. So we're going to go down here to the eCam, and if you can see over here... I got to memorize where the flight control button. So there's a flight control button. I'm going to push that. And now you can see that pitch trim right here. And so we're looking for up 0.9. So we're going to keep going until we hit 0.9. And I think we hit it. There we go, 0.9. So that's good. If we look down here, this is what I'm looking at. It says 2 up 0.9. So that's flaps 2 and up 9. So we got to make sure that matches. And once we do, I'm going to go ahead and push that button again on flight control. And then I'll go to the default eCam page here. CP says, I've been playing Forza Horizon 6 for several days. What do you think of it? Do you like it? Are you playing on the PC or Xbox, CP? 1 hour in is right. I told you guys it'd be a little while. We haven't done a cold and dark. Usually I have all this stuff out of the way, so... Okay, we're going to go back up top and do strobes to auto. Strobes to auto. Nose lights can go to taxi. And runway turn-off lights, I'm going to go ahead and use them. So go ahead and turn those on. And here we go. We're finally ready. Finally, right? All right, parking brake coming off. All right, here we go. Give her gas. So I think when I move that with all the, I might have to turn the. Let's see how this goes. I might turn these liveries off. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to, because it's really, my computer's struggling right now getting all the liveries, the high fidelity loaded up here. See if it calms down. want to leave it on because I want to see all your liveries, but if it's going to do this the entire time, I'm going to have to cut it. Progression is broken? Really? Right, back left, we get over to runway 33. As soon as I like start loading up all you guys up, it starts going like this. I'm going to show you what I'm going to change. Let's see if this improves it. Let's do this. I'm going to go settings. I'll switch it back when we land. But I think with the scenery and everything, it's just too taxing. So let's go to online, and where it says high fidelity, I'm going to switch that to low, simplified. Let's see if that helps. Maybe it won't, but we'll try it. It's going to take oh, I can tell you already that seems like it's helped. It's going to reload the textures here. There's also an update. If you all saw that, there's an update for NVIDIA, and I haven't installed that yet. I need to do that, but that definitely helped. No doubt about it, that helped. I think it's just trying to load all those, well, now I'll speak too soon maybe. Trying to load all those custom textures with everything else at this airport. As good as this airport, by the way, I just wanted to caveat this. This airport, I was doing the same flight plan last night and I did a test, I just took off. Ran smooth as silk. It's just because we got everybody in here and I've got OBS and everything else running too. But it's definitely better now, I think. Geez, at this rate, it'll be like 11 o'clock by the time we land. Oliver Garrett says, I heard there is Top Gun movie coming out. Yes. Actually, at our in our theaters, they're doing Maverick and the original Top Gun. Anybody else have that in their home theaters? I think that's kind of cool. Oh yeah, that definitely helped. That definitely helped. Look at this. Now I can actually go back to my wing view in an instant. Oh, much better. Got both 4K. Bob Smith, how the heck are you doing? I have to ask Sim, do you shave your legs? No, I'm just not a hairy guy, buddy. I totally am not a hairy guy. Good question. Maybe I don't even think it would matter. Like I ride my bike and like I've got friends that do a lot of biking, road biking, and they shave their legs. I'm like, that's weird to me. I don't go to movie theaters anymore, says CP65. Really? He shaves for his cycling. See, I don't shave for cycling, Jerry. There's Delt. Loving you sporting that. See, I still have the Symphonetic livery, though. That's good. All right, we better slow down here because we got to get over to 3-4. Double feature 1 week, is that right? Let's see, do we need to pull behind Delt? I think we need to pull behind Delt here. I am using Track IR. That seems to be working all right. We'll pull in behind Delt. We'll let Delt go ahead of us here. While Maple's getting ready to take off. I like the animated caution lights too. I think that's a nice touch by FlyTampa. Test pilot doesn't go either. See, now I might actually be able to go back outside the aircraft and not have to worry about, I don't know, I shouldn't even jinx it and say that. There goes Maple. Thank you, CP. Now that's, you tell him, CP. That's it, my brother. Because I saw Maple was telling me to hurry up earlier, and now CP got him with the hurry up. Nicely done, CP. Blaster Blaze back there. Master Blaster. And we're going to hold short. Runway 33 right. Parking brake enabled. As Del's preparing, we'll go ahead and run through the rest of our checklist. Let's go silent cockpit. Music is off. All right, terrain ND. So we're going to go ahead. There is a terrain ND button right here on the AGP from Wind Control. We're going to go ahead and turn that on. Get our terrain going. And weather radar. We're going to go down below. I do have a weather module, weather radar module. I showcased it once before. That's from Rosefire, or RTR Hobby, I think is the actual ones that sent it, but it's by Rosefire. Let's go ahead and predictive wind shear on, weather on. I'm actually going to change this to TARA over here. You're going to see that automatically come on. And of course, I forgot to hit chronometer. Let's do chronometer. Let's reset the run. I forgot to do that. When you do the engines on, you should hit that run. But I love that's on the AGP from Wind Control too. I love this. It's a product I would definitely recommend from Wind Control. Takeoff configuration test. We're going to go ahead and push this button right here. And looks like normal. Spoilers we need to arm. Arm the spoilers. That E-cam's so helpful. I missed the arming the spoilers, by the way. So that's why the E-cam comes in nice. And I think we're ready to go. Let me know if I missed anything. Nose light coming on. Landing lights coming on. Runway turn off lights are already on. We're going to go strobe on, nav 2, and wing light on. All the lights are on. And so you heard those clicking. I should have looked up at my virtual cockpit because you couldn't see me hitting with the A320 WINGFLEX. TJ Turner, hopefully he's going to roll here so we can get going. TJ, are you ready to take off? Or you want me to go? And are you actually... You're not in the Citation 10, I don't think. Well, that sucks. Sim crashes. I was taxiing to the runway. Oh, no. A-Reg. This is for you, A-Reg. Sorry, man. That sucks. That sucks, brother. All right. We got TJ Turner taking off there. And let's go ahead and taxi to position and hold. I love that the Wind Control has the solenoid servos, and so you can actually feel when you bring the landing gear up or you run over a bump, you can actually feel it within the Ursa Minor flight stick, as well as the throttle, both throttle levers, the left and right engine throttles on this thing. You can feel the servos moving. It gives that added immersion effect. I think is such a nice touch that Wind Control added to their hardware. Okay, here we go. And let's go ahead and run this up to 40% before toga. Let's go. 40%. Forward pressure on the yoke. And we are at 40. Release brakes. And throttle up. And toga. Here we go. Forward pressure on that flight stick until we hit 80 knots. Directional control. We're going to be using the rudder or the tiller. 80 knots, release that forward pressure. These frames are dropping there. All right, and rotate, should improve once we get off the ground here. And we don't want to increase too much, and then gear coming up. Remember, we got 2 notches of flaps in, so we want to get that second notch out pretty quick. That's coming out, and we're gonna go ahead and start turning. I love the flight control stuff. I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, if you have the means to get the Wind Control and the WINGFLEX stuff, you will not believe how much the immersion factor goes up by a factor of like 100. It just feels so good. And we are passing 3,600. We're gonna go ahead and dip that nose down just a little bit. Keep that speed up so we can enable our autopilot, and we're going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to hit autopilot on the beautiful WINGFLEX. hardware there. The little cameras below, and then we're going to go ahead and take that last notch of flaps out. So we're going to do that now using the Pack 32. And finally, it was only an hour and 12 minutes, and we're now airborne, friends. My goodness. Yes, you are in the Citation 10. Got it. Just bumped my camera. That post, by the way, right here, that's for my track IR. It worked out really well. I positioned my track IR. You can see that receiver up there. I positioned that so it actually has a clear shot at my infrared lights on this thing. Worked out really well. I think that was only like $30 for it's just basically a webcam stand. Little tips and tricks for you, friends, right there. All right, we're up and away. Right window. Ah, there's Bats right there. That's a good screenshot right there, Bats. I'll throw that in Discord right now. Let's go to multimedia. All right. There we go. Drop that in right now. Flight simming multimedia post. There we go. Check it out, Bats. I'm dropping it in Discord right now. As we speak. As we turn and burn. Love this plane. By the way, it's a floater, isn't it, Captain Howdy? We got to watch it when we get into Jacksonville. That's where we're flying, ladies and gentlemen. We just took off from Toronto Pearson, and we're on our way to Jacksonville, Florida. So about I think the flight time's about 2 hours. In fact, if we go down here, we can see that our estimated UTC time is 15:27. And the thing I love about when I look over here at the AGP, it's 13:24 UTC. So it's really easy to figure out the math. We got 2 hours and 3 minutes. 2 hours and 3 minutes. Finally, grab your orange. Oops. Oh, we're already above 10,000 feet. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? The landing lights must come off. Landing lights, runway turn-off lights coming off. Nose wheel light turning off, and wing light can come off. There we go. Still got you in the C-17, though, Bats. So that's nice. If you haven't done so already, ladies and gentlemen, please remember to smash that thing. In fact, I forgot to do the poll. I was like scrambling to get going here. My son had a science fair, and he did it on climate change. And so I had to go to that. So that was right before the stream. So it's kind of scrambling when we got here. That's also another reason we did cold and dark, by the way. There we go. Is that volume better? Smash the thumb hammer. There you go, Jerry. That's right, buddy. You guys believe it's Flight Sim Expo? 3 weeks, essentially. Right? 3 weeks away? No, less than that. No, is that right? Yeah, about 3 weeks. Yeah, no. Like 2 weeks. 3 weeks? Yeah, I'm off. 3 weeks. And we're off to Sterile Cockpit, right, CFF? All right. Let me do this. I got to put the poll in so I can remind all of you that you wouldn't remember. Add option. There we go. Now I got your poll. There you go. And if you already did smash the like button or haven't, you can vote. There. Now it is there. There we go. I see Bats. I see Captain Howdy. I see Blasta Blaze back there. Who's B Hunt? 777. And I see Mr. I don't think they're with us, but I have people up here that's with us for sure. Turn and Burn, N911RG, Maple Leaf, and TJ Turner, and Carlos Jr. over there. All right. Good to see everybody here. Good to have you all off to Meth Land. What? What? Off to Meth Land? Meth Land? What did I miss? Bats, are you hand flying that C-17? Knowing you, I bet you are, buddy. Are you hand flying that thing? You are hand flying it. You're just like my brother. My brother hand flies all the planes all the way. I get so exhausted. Hey, Cordial Clouds. Hey, Cordial, it's been a while since you've been here. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome back to the channel, buddy. For now, he says. All right. Look at that cloud action right there. Good to see you, Zach. Appreciate it. Appreciate you joining. So top of climb right now, it's looking like we're going to hit that at 13:45 in about 16 minutes. And then we can take a little bit of a break because Lord knows you all need it because of me taking for frickin' ever and a day. So we'll hit top of climb. We'll take a quick break and then come back. Oh, we got Q&H. So we got to hit standard pressure. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. We're gonna go over here and right here. Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2. Is my camera not working now? Oh no, there it is. Okay, testing 1 2, and then we're gonna pull out and we're going standard. Y'all thought I was gonna say it, didn't you, Jerry? That's right, Captain Audi. STD. Look at you with your emoji. Since you finally became a member, I'm very appreciative, Captain Howdy. Don't take it wrong. I am very appreciative. In fact, I will give you applause. Only took you 2 years. But nonetheless, you know what? Like the old saying goes, Captain Howdy, better late than never, right, my friend? Do appreciate it. Honestly, though, by my heart, I do appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. The piggies. Do love this plane. Are you flying the 321, Captain Howdy? I missed it. I saw you were in the Captain Howdy livery. I saw you in the gosh, I can't even think of it. Air Canada livery there. I assume you're flying the A321 as well. You definitely support in other ways too, Captain Howdy. You know I was just giving you a hard time. You've been very supportive, very, very supportive through a lot of stuff. Through some of the drama in past streams with past people. Not that we have a whole lot of drama, but it does occasionally happen. I mean, you believe it? Even drama that it's not even me doing it, because I know, we all know that I'm full of drama. I'm full of it. No 737 MAX 8 tonight. Oh. Doubtgam says, from Bedrock. Oh, I missed something. By the way, Sim, I am sick and tired of y'all hogging all the severe thunderstorms up in Iowa. Send them back to Oklahoma where they belong. We miss them down here. Hey, I'm thanks, Del, for relaying that to me. Dude, I would gratefully send them back down to you. Although you'll have to fight Tebow, my son, on that one. Bedrock. You can have them, my friend. We don't want them up here. Exactly like CP said. Yeah, who wants severe weather unless you're out in the country and nobody's getting hurt and no property damage, right? Turn and Burn says, send the storms back, but send the rain this way. We need it. Yeah. We finally, we got rain, what was it, yesterday? We got quite a bit of rain, too. Must be an Oklahoma thing. We crave them. I guess so, because that's where Reed Timmer lives, right? Reed Timmer's in Oklahoma. Isn't he in Oklahoma City or near Oklahoma City, Bedrock? That guy's got to be like the #1 storm chaser, man. Like, he runs into all the weather. Like, that guy is sick in his sense for sniffing out storms. Norman, Oklahoma. That's right. Norman. That guy's a beast. He was near Norman. There we go. Real CFF, yeah. Crops are in, so I'm good on storms now, as long as crops are harvested and not planted. I love storms. There you go. Turn and Burn. Going to get to Oz. Yeah. That's right, CFF. Bedrock says he has a doctorate from University of Oklahoma in meteorology. My son wants to get into engineering. Smart kid. He doesn't want to get into meteorology because he's afraid there isn't enough money in it. But I told him, I said, just depends. But, I mean, you can do a lot of stuff in engineering. There's a lot of research, a lot of structure, stuff he could build that could, like, withstand storms. In fact, I was really proud of him and his buddy. They did a really good presentation for their science fair. And they were talking about building, structures that can hold up different, depending on the region of the world you're in. If you're in the U.S., in the Midwest, it can hold up to high winds. Other structures that can hold up to hurricanes, earthquakes, floods, and that sort of stuff. And I was really, T-Bone, I'm really proud of you, buddy. I'm really, really proud of you, son. I thought you did a really good job. Smart kid. SoCal Jerry says he's staying out of IT, right? Yeah, I think so. I think so, Jerry. I do think so. Although I think I told you this, Jerry. I did a father-son thing about a year and a half ago. Not last Christmas, Christmas before that. We built a computer together from scratch. And that was a really good bonding experience. So he learned a little bit of IT with that. It was a fun project. I love building computers, so any excuse to build a computer. He didn't have a gaming rig, and now he does. Volcano-proof. Yeah, it was a cool experience, man. Sim, you ever watch Connor Croft? He is a self-taught... my son does, Bedrock. I know about him. I don't watch him. My son does, though. Pretty sure. My son loves watching... oh, my gosh. Ryan Hall. Is that right? Ryan Hall, y'all. And then who's the other guy? The other common guy that does the weather watching. Damn it, it's on the top of my tongue. Ryan Hall, y'all, and the other guy. I can't remember his name now. Trojan Wabbit, what's up? Welcome, Trojan. Max Velocity, that's it. Max Velocity. Hold on a second. I got to turn my camera off. I got something on my sunglasses. Had to take my sunglasses off for a minute there. By the way, those of you that come to Flight Sim Expo will actually get to see me without my sunglasses. See if you can even recognize me. Jay's 2 cents. I love Jay's 2 cents. Yeah, he's my favorite IT computer builder guy, influencer on YouTube. I love that guy. Also, like, I'm actually there's several of them I actually like, other than Jay's 2 cents. But man, my brain is just, I am so tired. I haven't gotten much sleep this week so far. Who's the guy I'm trying to think of, Jerry? Got the long hair, looks like a rocker. Another one that's like on the tip of my tongue and I can't think of, damn it. Like it's time for a break. It's like go today. Then I went to my, no, isn't Tech Source Ed. And I don't want to look. I could cheat and look, but I don't want to look. Dr. Disrespect. It's not. I don't think Dr. Disrespect is an IT guy, is he? Howard Stern. We're getting farther away, I think, Bats, from who I'm trying to think of. It'll come to me. Not Meta PC Papa. It'll come to me, guys. Gamers Nexus, it just came to me. Damn it, CP! It came to me and I wasn't even looking at chat. I said Gamers Nexus, and as soon as I looked over, you had just put it there. No, thank you. I didn't mean to yell at you, but I did. I actually thought of it before I looked over there. I didn't want you guys to tell me because I wanted to think of it. Yes, Gamers Nexus, that's it. SoCal says, sure, just to rub it in. That's it. Gamers Nexus, that's the one. Oh, funny. All right, where are we at in terms of altitude here, friends? D. Snyder. Twisted Sister. Oh, jeez, I never did climb. Nobody told me to hit climb. I never hit climb on my throttle. Whoops. Whoops-a-daisy. I can't believe none of you noticed that. Can't believe I didn't notice. Yeah. Can't we all, though, CP? Really? I know I can. Bio-rip break time. We're almost there, Jerry. I'm not quite there, though. We got to get to flight level 370. We're still climbing. We're close, buddy. We're that close. That close. I love it, though, bio-whip. I love that. Jerry, didn't you coin that term, bio-whip? I think that was all you're doing. When Aces Down would join us, he came up with the bio break. I'm sure he wasn't the first to ever think of that, right? But it kind of stuck at that point. It's Maple's job. That's right, CP. Or Captain Audi. Absolutely. Good stuff, friends. It's always good to be with you guys. I look forward to these nights and streams so much. Mrs. Symphoniac knows how much I love it, but she's like, Sim, you gotta... She doesn't call me Sim, by the way. That sounded weird. But she says, D, you really got to get more content out there, whether it's reviews or tips and tricks or news. And I'm like, I know, and I know I've said this before, but nothing beats flying with y'all. Being in chat with you all and then flying in the sim with you, just nothing beats it. I think many influencers can say that's kind of the thing that makes us go, right? You did coin the term bio-whip. I love that, Jerry. I love it. And she says more ATS. I don't think she says it, but I know you say it. Oh, that. I need to do more freaking racing. Yeah. We talked about doing at least one ATS stream a month, right? Should that be like the last Saturday of the month? What do you think, Bats? Did we decide on that? I think we did come up to... I don't remember if we came up to a consensus on, like, when, other that we should do it. And I think we said we should do it once a month. One of the streams a month. But I don't know if we ever determined, like, if that would actually help me, guys and gals, if we came up with, like, this is what we're going to do. Like, the first Saturday of every month is our flying event, right? Maybe the ATS bats and the rest of you. Maybe what we should decide is just like, okay, on Saturday, the very last Saturday of the month, we're going to do ATS. That's what it's going to be. That would help me. I know once a month, but I don't remember when. Whenever works for me. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Last Saturday of the month, I think that should work. Let's tentatively plan. Everybody that's joined tonight, we're going to tentatively plan on that. The 30th, we'll do an ATS on Saturday. How does that sound? Bats, you're going to have to remind me, or Jerry, one of you guys DM me so I can put it in my schedule, and we'll make sure, and you guys are going to have to probably remind me. We're going to just make a decision on this one, Bats. We'll do the last Saturday. We already made an executive decision. Thanks, Bats. Do not forget, Symphony, don't forget to set ATS stream. Thanks, Bats. You guys are going to have to remind me again, though. I know. You guys know. Rio say, who would all join us for an ATS stream last Saturday of the month? I guess that's the question. There we go. Thanks, Bedrock. Sim, remember, last Saturday of the month for ATS. Thank you, Bedrock. Problem is, I'm going to forget as soon as we get done with the stream tonight, so I need one of you to like just message me in Discord, DM me. Then I won't forget. Maple won't join. Oh, another positive for doing it. Kid Maple! I kid. I love it that Maple's here. You know that. DM sent. Thanks, Jerry. Thank you. Well, that's official, friends. From now on, last Saturday of the month, it will be ATS. Hold me to it, friends. Make me accountable. It's kind of like you're like my lifting partner. Hold me to it. See, we can make decisions. We got it done. And bats, it won't be last minute like the business cards. Alvaro Garrett says, good news, everybody. Get out. LA Lakers got Peyton Watson confirmed. Well, I know that made my day or night. Here, that's for you, Oliver. Well, at least Oliver's happy. How about the rest of us? But he's happy. That makes me happy. I'll tell you what will also make me happy, Oliver, and the rest of you, Jerry. We're almost at flight level 370. That means I can get my second orange. I've only had one orange whip tonight so far. Can you believe that? Can you believe that, ladies and gentlemen? One orange whip? We're an hour, let's see, we're an hour and a half into the stream, and I've only had one orange whip. I usually have an orange whip before the stream even gets started. And that's usually why this happens. All becomes so clear all of a sudden. Let's go. I'm 3 in, Delt says. Nice, Delt. Nice. I blame your kids, the science fair. That's right, Jerry. Turner Burns says, gonna try to make the ATS stream for sure. I bet that's... Dude, have you not made an ATS... Well, I guess we haven't done that many. We've done like one actual public one, and all the rest, Turn and Burn, have been members only. They're a freaking blast, dude. And, like, I don't know, what was it, Bats and Jerry? When we did it, I think we had, like, 50 concurrent watchers. It was a hit. Of course, I got into character, too. I did the old voice, the trucker. I'll have to do that later if I have another orange whip. It's going to take another orange whip before I start doing the trucker voice, though. All right, I see there's 28 connected. We've been kind of bouncing between 28 and 32. Friends, appreciate you all being here. We have finally made flight level 370, which means I am going to go ahead and turn off the fasten seatbelt. Just need to find it. There, fasten seat. You are free to roam around the cabin, my friends. Let's take about a 7-minute break. I'm going to go say goodnight to Mrs. Symphonag. Going to pour myself a nice, cool one. And I'm going to go ahead and do a bio whip, right, Jerry? Be right back, friends. Thank you all for joining. If you haven't smashed that like button yet or subscribed, please do so now. And there is a lot left. In fact, before I leave, I'm going to look at what top of climb's going to be, or top of descent, rather. And we're looking at TD, which is top of descent, is looking like 1,500 on the nose. And if we look at our overview, hour and 15 minutes to top of descent. Exactly. All right, hour and 5. I'm going to dial that into my sundial, aka my Garmin watch. And I'm going to do an hour and 10 because I don't want to cut it too close. Thank you, Jerry. Redeeming the explosion. Appreciate it, friends. I am going to be back in about 7 minutes, give or take a minute or two. All right, and I'd suggest you all go do a break, but don't go anywhere. Come back. Be right back.
Every
All right, back with you, friends. Thanks for sticking around. Good to see we're still airborne. We're not dead. Not yet. How is everybody doing? Jerry, are you back? Did you get your Orange Whip, your fourth? Crash didn't happen. I know. I'm very, very happy about that. As you can imagine. I've never... So I poured myself a diet Moscow Mule. Jerry said no, just H2O. Oh, nice. So, friends, if you're wondering, what is a Diet Moscow Mule? It's basically Diet Mountain Dew instead of ginger beer with... I like to mix different flavors of Absolute Vodka. Like, I like the mandarin. I like the watermelon. Mandarin's probably my favorite. But they got so many different flavors. A peach one, that's pretty good. And for the first time, Jerry, I tried one that, I don't know if any of you have it, but it's the grapefruit flavor. The first time I've had it. It's pretty good. That's kind of a weird Streamlabs response in that the stream has been live for offline. What the hell does that mean? It's never been online? Is that what Streamlabs is saying? I'm going to have a word with that bot, by the way, Bats. Good gravy. So here's another thing I was thinking about. You know, we got to mix it up. And maybe I'll do a poll. But we need a few different things, right? Because we've been doing a lot of Microsoft Flight Sim. Actually, that's all we do, pretty much. I mean, we've done, like we talked, a few ATS things, but... Mountain Dew is just ugh. Need to end that. Oh, I like it, Jared. You know, so we'll do the ATS, but I've had some of you say, Sim, we should do DCS. It's been a really long time since we did DCS. I've got X-Plane 12. We probably should do an X-Plane 12 stream some point. I think that'd be fun. The problem is I don't think X-Plane still has as good of multiplayer experience, not even close, as Microsoft Flight Simulator. So that one's always kind of hard for me because a big part of these live streams is everybody flying with, right? But at the same time, you know, we could do that and mix it up. Get a poll who all has plane. Yeah, X-Plane, yeah. You know, we need to do that, Jerry. But I thought of something while I was actually doing a bio whip, and I thought, you know what I should do, or we should do, is like we talked about one day or one night a month, which we decided, by the way, friends, for those of you who just joined us, last Saturday of the month, we're going to now start doing American Truck Simulator. I wonder if John heard that, Bats, and Johnny Mon, hell of a guy, by the way. If he heard that, he'd be excited. So the last Saturday of the month, we're now going to do ATS. Live stream, public live stream, not members only. It's going to be open to everybody. Don't have to be a member. We don't do enough members only. That's the other thing. I got to do more. It's a little time. But what I was thinking about, ladies and gentlemen, is actually mixing it up where we do a Friday After Dark. Friday After Dark. Nothing like that, by the way. You're freaking me out. You're saying I'm offline? I hope I'm not offline. It's all over Discord. Nice. So, what I'm thinking is maybe see, I don't want to step on the Tashi and all of you that do. Oh, he's offline. Gotcha. Sorry. Thank you, Jerry. So, and Tashi's offline. I'm picking up what your guys are laying down finally. Just takes me a while. But here's what I'm thinking. Friday After Dark, one Friday a month, because I know a lot of you do in Discord, which, by the way, if you've never joined these guys in Discord on a Friday night, Tashi does a thing called Friday Night Shenanigans. A lot of times, for those of you that like rotorcraft, you like to do helicopter flights, that's a good time to join our Discord server on a Friday night. And usually it's about every Friday night, I think, right, guys? It's usually every Friday night. These guys do that. And they just get together and just have a blast. And they all kind of share a lot of them share their streams and their games. They stream their games within Discord. Super easy to do. And they have a good time, good conversation. They join Discord voice, and they do that every Friday night, like Bat said. But what I'm thinking is, like, one Friday, if I could crash your guys' party, just like one Friday a month, Friday After Dark, we do a game that we don't normally do, something completely different. It can even be different than simming. For example, it could be like Alien Isolation, or I got a couple new games from Microprose. I almost said Microsoft. Microprose, they're still a thing. You guys know this? Microprose still a thing. They still have games that come out. They have a couple new games coming out. One's being released today or tomorrow that they've offered up to me just to stream. But like we could try out new games together, like just something like, hey, let's just drop in and let's just do a game. And it doesn't even have to be a simulator game. It could be like whatever, and we could even do a poll for that, guys and ladies and gentlemen. Can't forget our ladies. A pirate game. Are you thinking like Assassin's Creed there, SoCal Jerry? Yeah, we could do like a pirate game. So what I thought about when I was doing a BioWeb, I'm like, well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bring this up right now. I'm gonna talk about the games that I have. I'm gonna pull up Steam here. And I'm just going to give you like a sample of some things I was thinking like we could do on Friday After Dark. We could have that be the same Friday of every month, right? Kind of like we decided on ATS. Just like this is the one Friday a month we're going to do something we've never done before. So totally new game. We're going to like just try out, right? So like for example, I'm just going to kind of go through some of these. I'm not going to go through all of them. But like Alien Isolation, that game creeps me the hell out, but you could all hear me scream like a little girl. Yep. And make fun of me. Like, that wouldn't be any different than any other night, I guess. The other one I have is called Airline Manager. Of course, that's, it's related, but it's different. Airline Manager, I've got a game called Airport Sim, where you manage an airport and flights coming in and out. We could do that. American Truck Simulator, we already talked about. Assetto, if we want to do some racing, I've got Assetto Corsa. I've got Assetto Corsa Competizione, Automobilista 2. How many of you heard of Beam NG Drive? That game's so much fun. That game is like a sandbox game where you just crash shit, and it's a lot of fun. How about the ATC simulators? We could do something like that, Jerry, yeah? BF6, there you go, Bats. We could do BF6. Although, Bats, that's probably best reserved for members only, and I think you know why. I get a little loose with the tongue, so to speak. But we could do that. I could try to, put myself on mute for most of the game, and then, every once in a while when I have my self-composed, take the mute button off. Yeah, something like that. DCS, like we talked about. Spicy. City Skylines, I've got that one. Cold Waters, that's another one. Cold Waters is a submarine game. Cyberpunk, never really got deep. I don't know if that would be a good one to do, though. Cyberpunk. Delta Force, that might be a good one. Dirt 4, Dirt Rally. Dying Light, how many of you played Dying Light? We could do Dying Light. Could even do Euro Truck Simulator. We could do Euro Truck Simulator, maybe. Something like that. F1, Jerry was talking about F1 racing. We could do an F1. I got several of those. Far Cry 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if I'd 5. I don't know if I'd do that one. Farming Simulator. I know that would be one that we could definitely do. Farming Simulator would probably be fun just to dick around in, right? Euro Truck, yes, says Bats. Ship Simulator, whatever it's called. I'm getting to that one. Diablo 4, I've got that. Actually, that one's a lot of fun. I'm just reading off the games I have in Steam. I've got a whole crap ton in Blizzard, like Diablo 4. I've got a bunch of them in, what's the other one? EA Games, that app. I've got a bunch in there. You know what we should do is I've got that I've got the Super VR Pixma, so we could do some VR with Half-Life. That's amazing, by the way. IL-2. I think some of you have mentioned that before. Like, let's do IL-2. LA Noire, Mad Max, NASCAR Heat 5. How about this one? Outbreak. My son would love it. We did that one time on members only. We did an Outbreak stream. Not very long, but I jumped in there with my son. Pimax Crystal, yes. Oh, the light? But I've got the Pimax Crystal Super. We could do that. What'd I call it? Did I call it something wrong? I probably did. Project Cars. Project Cars 2 is a hell of a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys have ever checked that out, but Project Cars is amazing. Resident Evil. Ride 5. There's another simulator game. Ride 5 is a motorcycle simulator. It looks almost real. Like, I remember the first time I saw that game, I was like, is this a real video? No, it was Ride 5. Oh, thanks, Jerry. I called it something. What'd I call it? I also have Star Wars Outlaws. I've got Squad. Oh, Sea Power. That's the one, Jerry, I think you were interested in. Sea Power. Sid Meier's Civilization 6. Terminator Resistance. Train Sim World. I know Blue Games does a lot of train simming. Dying Light. The Walking Dead. Transport Fever. U-Boat. What are you World War II submarine fans out there? War Thunder. I don't even remember what that is. Witcher 3. That one's a lot of fun. Wolfenstein: The New Order. So that's pretty much of my Steam games. But what do you all think about that? I might do a poll on that, but I think that could be a lot of fun where we could call it like Friday After Dark, right? And we do that once a month. Like, say, I'll just make something up. Like the second Friday of the month, we do Friday After Dark, and it's like I could throw up. But I could put a poll up and have you all like vote. I could pick out like 4 games that I have, and you could all vote on what game you'd like to use for Friday After Dark or play for Friday After Dark, and then we could try that. It'd be fun to just do a different game each month. Yeah, I agree, Jerry. That's what I was thinking. Maybe we just mix it up a little bit, do something a little different. Maybe I'll do a poll in Discord or on YouTube and just kind of see what people want to do. Yeah. Yeah, time for a poll. Maybe do that. I don't know. We can mix it up and have something a little different than. Flight Simulator is obviously our bread and butter, and we won't stop this. But we could mix it up a little bit. At least that way, once a month, we're doing something completely different. And I'm talking like trying a game out for the first time with y'all, and completely figure the game out together for the first time. That's always kind of fun too. I think people like that, like a new game too when it comes out. Like, let's hop on in and try this game out. I know Jeff Fabiano does that a lot. Engine spoilers are armed. I'll turn that off. There we go. Saw that on the eCam. Yeah, but just to mix it up, something a little different. Think it'd be a lot of fun. Oh, Jerry, that'll definitely be a must. Grand Theft Auto. That would be a lot of fun. I know Jeff Fabiano will be all over that, like, stink on you-know-what. GTA 6 would be amazing, man. I guess, but see, the problem is, Jerry and Bats, GTA 6 won't be out on PC right away. So if I were to stream that, we'd have to do it on the Xbox, and then I'd have to I'd have to get a capture card on the Xbox and deal with all that. So that's not going to happen in November. Because November is going to be PlayStation and Xbox. It's not going to be on PC right away. Unfortunately. Hit PS5, baby. Do you guys... So I was just looking at that, Bats, earlier today with a buddy of mine that I work with. You guys know what the PS5 Pro is going these days without looking it up? $900. $900! So you gotta be kidding me. $900 for a PS5 Pro? Is it really that good? It certainly isn't going to be, of course, if you look at it, like how much are video cards now, right? Graphics cards is like you spend $975,000 for just a graphics card, I guess, if you put things into perspective. But holy crap, when I looked that up today, I was thinking it was like 600, maybe 700, and I saw it was 900. I'm like, you got to be shitting me. $900 for a PS5 Pro? Chump change. Chump something. Chump something, Bats. Maple says, bruh. There you go, Maple. It's time for you to get... No, actually, Maple, you got to get a PC before you get a PS5 Pro. That's the other thing. They gotta have the crossplay for Microsoft Flight Simulator on the PS5. Get our PS5 brothers in here. Brothers and sisters, right? And you know that's totally got to be an Asobo thing, right? That they don't have the crossplay. I wonder if anybody ever heard? I haven't heard if they're going to make it crossplay. See, that'd be the kind of thing we could ask Microsoft at Flight Sim Expo if they'd ever go again. This is the second year they won't be there. That's really disappointing. iPhone price, yeah, good point. Good point, 911, yeah. We should do an engine view. Let's do this. Move forward. Oops. I'm doing this with my keyboard, by the way. That's why I'm look like a monkey effing a football here. There, we get right there. Nope. Where am I? What? What happened? There we go. Look at the shape of that wing. Yeah, let's just enjoy that view for a little bit. Should save that one. I don't want to overwrite my other settings, though. SoCal Jerry says, Symphonic, Microsoft will be at FS Expo. They are? I didn't see them on the list, Jerry. Are you sure? I don't think they are. I've got the list from Phil and Evan, and I didn't see them on the list. Unless I missed them. Let me go back and look. I just got a list of their floor plan yesterday, and I didn't see them on it. Unless they don't have a dedicated booth. Because I was just looking at the booths. I know X-Plane's there. Oh, they aren't in a booth. Okay. Okay, because that's what I was looking at the booths in that, and I didn't see them. But they'll be there? They'll be there, but they won't have a booth. So are they just, like, talking on the stage? CP says Forza Horizon 6. Bat says Symphonic. Where did you hear about Microsoft not going to? Like I just said, I looked at all of the booths and they didn't have a booth. Are they on the? They must be on the vendor list, maybe. If you go to Flight Sim Expo, would be my guess. Is that where you're getting it, Jerry? Oh, let me look. FlightSimExpo.com. Exhibitors, sponsors, and they could be a sponsor, but they might not be there, Jerry. If that's where you're looking at it, because they may sponsor it, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be there. I mean, we know they weren't there last year. I don't see him on the exhibitors either. Or the sponsors list. Are you sure? Where are you getting your information? Read the messages. They stated in the dev stream they'd be there. Yeah, but I don't know if that... When was the developer stream? That could have changed. I'll have to reach out to Evan in the dev stream. When was the dev stream? My list came from Flight Sim from Phil and Evan, so I'm guessing it's right. Weeks ago. I'll ask Evan. I'll check with him. Yeah, a lot can change in a month. I just got this list like yesterday. That would be amazing if they would be there, though. I'm gonna send a message to Evan right now and ask him, see if he gets back to me while I'm still on stream. And you can all say I told you so. Evan, where are you, Evan? There you are. He's pretty good about. He's not online right now in Discord, but he gets back to me pretty quick. Hey, Evan. Not seeing Microsoft on the list of sponsors or exhibitors or a booth for them. Are they going to be at Flight Sim Expo 2026? I'll let you know. Evan's been doing social streams a lot. Cool. Yeah, he's gotten kind of more into that. Maple says they found out Johnny was coming, so they had not decided not to show up. Oh, Maple, and John's not even here to defend himself. He's not even here to defend himself. Well, I hope you guys are right, because that'd be amazing if they'd be there. I remember when it was in Houston. Remember that? In Houston, they had a booth, and you could win a gaming chair. And I did the landing challenge on the 747. The Microsoft guy was there. A pretty cool guy. I don't remember his name. But it's a bummer when they don't show. Like last year not being at Providence, I know we were all bummed out. It's like, come on, Microsoft. How are you not at the biggest flight sim exhibition in the world? How can you not have a presence? They got to be there, right? I really hope you guys are right. I really do, because that'd be awesome if they were there. In my opinion, they gotta be there. At least have a Sobo there. At least have somebody from a Sobo join, right? Now, I mean, that's actually what we'd want, is somebody from a Sobo, like Jorg or whatever his name is, and some of the others. Jorg, is that his name? Jorg. But they really should be there, in my opinion. Like, that just doesn't look good if you're not showing up. It's the biggest freaking expo for flight simming, and you're not there. You don't even have a guy that's like wearing a Sobo shirt or a Microsoft shirt that's like, hey, I'm here for all of you. What are your questions? Okay, that was April 16th. That's awesome. Okay, well, hopefully that holds true, but I still don't see him on the list. I still don't see him. They don't have a booth, and I don't see him on the list. And unless Jerry unless they mentioned they're going to be like on the stage or something, maybe they'll be there and they'll just go up on stage and talk about something cool. And I could see that happening. But really wish they would have a booth, though. Like, people can engage them and ask some questions. Because to me, if they just go there and they're like, they just go up and they're not going to address any questions or anything and just show, hey, this is what we're having coming, that would be cool. It'd be something. It'd be better than nothing. But I really think it'd be neat if they'd have a booth like they've done in the past. So I guess time will tell. I'll let you all know. If Evan doesn't get back to me by the time the stream ends, I'll definitely post in Discord what he says. Because he'll obviously know. Still see Blaster Blaze back there. Captain Howdy. Maple Leafs back there. Says Xbox is still running, which is good, Maple. Congratulations. DJ Cryptic. Look at that guy. He's like not even with us. Look, he's flying right past us. I don't think he's with us. Hopefully ATC's keeping us separated because I'm not on the comm channel. N911 Delgab, why don't you get in here, buddy? Delgab, what's up? DJ Turner up there, turn and burn. N911. Oh, now it's performing like beautifully. Johnny, why did you retract your statement? Johnny was cussing out Maple, that's why. Right, John? John was just cussing out Maple. Because poor John couldn't defend himself, but he's here. Maple, let that be a warning to you, brother. There's always people lurking. In fact, I bet Shane's lurking right now. Just check this out. He'll probably put in chat at these here. What can I say about Shane to get him out of the woodwork? He plays with his balls a lot. No, I don't know. Oh, I digress. Johnny Man says, because I can. TJ Turner, sorry, I missed your comment. He says, I often see interviews when he's in Germany and France. Really? Okay. Well, Jorg better come to this. But isn't he German? Jorg? Isn't he German? TJ, the rest? I think he's German. Johnny Mon says, just busy here at the office. Yes. Some of us have to make the dollars, right, John? And John never left. He's got his earbud in one ear and then the dispatch in the other. Really confuses the truck drivers, by the way, when he says, "Oh, go to 5,000." Like, huh? Oh wait, I was talking to Sim. Sorry. See, Bats caught you, Johnny. Says, oh, you left. I couldn't tag you. Maybe he was in lurking mode, Bats. He was in lurk mode, maybe. Bat says, test for you, John. What are we doing on the... oh, there you go. Last Saturday of the month. Right, Symphonic? Absolutely. There you go. Now you got him. But he might say he was busy talking to... he was talking to a driver, Bats. You know, he might be like, well, I can't tell... see, you said Cyberpunk. Oh, no, it's a fail. See how now he's just guessing, friends. Oh, I gotta say, Bats, I think got you there, John. I think he got you. He caught you, buddy. Oh, that's good. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat after the stream. Captain Howdy, I'm out of Dino Nuggets. My daughter asked me a few nights ago. She's like, Dad, will you make me they weren't Dino Nuggets. They were the honey. They're from Sam's Club. Like you get a big bag for like $15, so I'm sure they're healthy for you. But they're apparently chicken breast nuggets, but they're in a honey barbecue glaze. And I had eaten all of them, so I can't do that. And John says, no, he did not. He didn't. Don't say he did when he didn't. Oh, here's your song, John.
Country boy in a super car.
This is for you, John, and the rest of you.
On twips in the country, dropping float planes on lakes in the sticks. He's a sim fanatic, and he's killing the skies. He's on YouTube, baby.
And that's something I haven't gotten in a while, Jerry. I haven't had is a PB&J with the crust cut off. Who says that? PB&J with the crust cut off. Who likes that? What movie is that? It's an 80s movie. Who's going to guess it first? This is to John to get through the night. Right here.
'Cause in the sim you don't need oil. You won't hear him over the propeller humming with a VR headset on his head and a camera behind him with a real good angle. And he just shakes his head 'cause he's a hot fine country boy in a super cub and field. Tipping orange whips in the country, dropping float planes on lakes and sticks. He's a sim fanatic.
What an awesome plane.
He's carrying the skies. He's on YouTube, baby. And he's a pretty cool guy. So if you
I do love the fact of like the contrails there. Little mini tornadoes.
and he's a pretty cool guy. 'Cause he's a high fine country boy in a super cub and field, sipping orange whips in the country, dropping floor planes.
So yes, Jerry. In fact, I know you were questioning if my wife was just telling me a lie, if she really liked what I had, which it was a true comment. Not that. I mean, you're right. Sometimes our wives want to make us feel better, so they lie to us. Kind of like when they ask us, do I look good in this? Does this outfit make my butt look big? Even if it does, we know better than to say, well, yes, honey, it does. Although my wife, there's no outfit that makes her butt look big. Just in case she's watching. No, it's true, actually. It's very true. But anyway, she ate the leftovers, Jerry, so that tells you something, doesn't it? That she really liked it. She did like it. She ate. I don't have the leftovers, man. I asked her, actually, when I was doing my bio whip, Jerry, I asked her, I go, I got to figure out what I'm having for dinner. What did you have? She goes, oh, I had the leftover chicken parm. Okay, that's out. Hey, how many of you remember, like, a couple years ago, old stream where I would be, acting like I was jogging to this song? Gosh, I was so out of control back in those days, TJ. She knows what her butt looks like. Shame on her for asking. It's all about the colors, TJ. You know, you got to have your complimentary colors done. Damn, anything else in the fridge? No, unfortunately not. Well, actually, there is. She has some. She said I could have some mac and cheese from a place that's called Provisions. She had mac and cheese, which actually they have a really good mac and cheese, but it's kind of that thing where, you know what I mean? Like, there isn't enough. Like, there's like, it looks like one of those small Chinese take-home thing boxes or whatever, and it's like half full. And it's one of those things where it's like, there's not enough. How many of you run into this? There's not enough food to really, I mean, you love it and it's good, but it's like there's not enough in there to even make the effort. Like, I don't want to get my taste buds going and I want more. It's better just, it's almost like a drug. It's like a food, it's food porn, right? It's not enough to eat, so I don't even want to start. I'm just going to leave it in the fridge. Because I don't even want to go there because there's not enough to eat. It's kind of like when we all go, you know, since we're talking about our wives and girlfriends and stuff like that, or significant others, and I'm sure, ladies, if you're out there, you have the same thing with your significant other. But it's like when you are going through the drive-thru, right? And you know, you ask your wife, you're like, because you want something, you want to order something. John, BG fries, something like that, right? And honey, I'm hungry. I'm going to run through the drive-thru. I'm going to go through B-Box. I'm kind of hungry. You know. And you ask them, you say, well, what do you want? I'm not hungry. That is like the frickin' worst, right? Because you guys know what's going to happen. Are you sure you don't want something? Nah, I had something earlier. I don't want anything. Are you sure? Because you know that you want to order your BG fries, John, TJ, SoCal Jerry, Bats, all of you. You want to order your meal. And the last thing you want is your wife picking at your meal, right? It's just like, well, are you sure? They'll say, no, I'm fine. And then as soon as you get your meal, you know what's coming. You totally know what's coming. They want to eat your food. Can I just have a bite? And you go, okay, yeah, I thought you weren't hungry. I just want a bite. And you think, okay, they're going to have a bite, right? But you know the bite's not going to be like a tiny bite. You know they're going to cram as much of that burger into their mouth that they can get in their mouth, right? And the whole time they're doing that, it's like, you look at it after they have that bite out of your burger that, of course, they weren't hungry to begin with, right? They weren't hungry. And then you look at the bite they had and you think, honey, you just ate a quarter of my burger from your one bite that you weren't hungry. I mean, it never fails. It never fails. Right, Bats? Captain Howdy said, oh, talk about burgers, John. We got to have Captain Howdy pipe in. So those of you that weren't here last stream, Captain Howdy said he had the best burger of his life. He said, I got a double cheeseburger. It was a great burger. I got a double cheeseburger at... Where was it? Who was here that said, who remembers this? Don't say it, Cap. There you go, Bats. Del Taco. Del Taco. And John and I at that time are like going, who the hell gets a burger at a taco place, at a Mexican restaurant, right, Maple? Jerry? Del Taco Double Del. Come on. I mean, seriously. So we're all giving Captain Howdy shit. Just this past Saturday, and he deserved it. It was rightfully so. He deserved a bunch of crap because who gets a burger from at a Mexican restaurant? This guy right here, I guess. Hey, Captain Howdy, to each your own, brother. To each their own. I'm just saying. You know, I think John, I can't remember what John said. You go to an IHOP and you order a sirloin steak, right? That's pretty much right on. Gets a burger. And it's like, so I told the story since I was picking on Mrs. Symphoniac a little bit about eating my burger or whatever. And that wasn't a euphemism, by the way. But like, so I mentioned this last Saturday. It's like we go to Red Robin, which is a really good burger joint. And I know a lot of you said, yeah, I've heard of Red Robin. We go to Red Robin down in Des Moines, right? And I'm like, oh, they have the best burgers. And she orders a French dip. Who orders? It's like she orders a French dip at one of a classic burger restaurants, right? They make gourmet burgers. She orders a French dip. And it's just kind of like, okay. And I don't even think that's as bad as what you did, Captain Howdy. You don't go to a Mexican restaurant and order a frickin' cheeseburger, dude. Enjoy your dino nuggets. I eat like a king. There you go. I don't know. I had to give Captain Howdy help. We got a lot. Well, we're still continuing, Captain Howdy, to get some mileage out of that one. Thank you for that, by the way. Oh my goodness, that was too good. Cheeseburger at a Mexican restaurant. Get the how do you pronounce that? Saskatoon from Great Plains Pizza. They're open till 11. What are you doing? You're looking at like local restaurants here, Jerry, or what? Great Plains Pizza, by the way, is awesome. What? Okay, Jerry's obviously looking. He's trying to help me out with dinner tonight, so he's checking out the restaurants around Ames. I love their Royal Red Burger from Red Robin. See, now there you go, Captain Howdy. See, there you go. Now you're talking our language, man. It's like, okay, you know what? Okay, if you're going to tell me, oh my gosh, I went and got the best fajitas ever at Del Taco. Okay. Plausible. I can believe that, I don't know what Del Taco is. Plausible. You got fajitas at Del Taco. That makes sense. Or I got the best, like, double layered burrito. Like, I got the best chimichanga at Del Taco. Yes, makes sense. Makes sense. And then he comes back with cheeseburger. Or the next thing you're going to say is, I had great Chinese at the Del Taco. I got the best orange chicken. That's the next thing, John. I got the best orange chicken at Del Taco. I'm just saying. Hey, Gold Blaster Blaze says, fun fact about burgers. In the 30s and 40s United States, burgers used to be called Liberty sandwiches. Really? I've never heard of that. Well, now I know. And no one is half the battle. Gold Blaster. That's too funny, man. So anyway, if you guys find yourself around a Del Taco, apparently you want to get the double cheeseburger. It's apparently really good. The Double Del is what it's called. Thank you, Captain Howdy, for that. Should be ashamed of yourself. Freaking cheeseburger of Mexican. Are you telling me where you live, Captain Howdy, there's no better place to get a double cheeseburger than a Mexican joint? And Jerry said it's not very good. That's even better. Oh. That crash right there is for Captain Howdy, Jerry, after that. That's great. Jack in the Box has decent egg rolls. Oh, God, now you got turn and burn falling into your trap there, Captain Howdy. Good gravy. Goodness sakes. The best of low-quality egg rolls. There you go, turn and burn. Oh, egg rolls. I think I have some egg rolls in the deep freeze. Maybe I'll throw those in the Ninja air fryer. Thank you, Turn and Burn. Think my problem solved for dinner tonight. Nice. Throw in a few egg rolls into the old air fryer, the Ninja air fryer. Yeah, in and out's not bad, but again, bebops. Turn and Burn, glad I could help. Glad I could help. No, thank you, Turn and Burn. All right, I am going to be back. Give me 2 minutes. I've got something I had to run and do really quick. I'll be right back. Oh, Perkins. No, you know what I like from Perkins, Jerry? Their hibachi chicken melt. That's a good one. Be right back. Oh boy, yeah, I had to do a bio break really quick there. Whew. It's running me like a sieve there, Emmett the Nemesis. Emmett says, I will never eat at Del Taco, not after having mold on their food. Never eat there again. Are you kidding me, Emmett? Okay, Captain Howdy. I don't know if okay, you have a lot of good suggestions, my friend, but I don't know if I'm going to go with your restaurant suggestions. I'm just saying, I'm sorry. I mean, maybe the Del Taco where you're at is amazing, but Emmett says not kidding. He went to the wrong Del Taco. I gotta look this up now. I gotta actually go and go Google Del Taco. Okay, it pretty much looks like any taco joint, like a Taco Bell. Del, yeah. Oh, this just does not look good. There it is! Burgers and fries. Are you kidding me? Oh, boy. Really, Captain Howdy? Really? Really? Oh, my goodness. Del Taco. There it is, friends. Del Taco. Right here before your very eyes. There you go. Del Taco. Check this out. This is what Captain Howdy apparently is raving about. So here's your double Del right here. It honestly doesn't really look. I mean, you know, they pay $1 million for the picture. Not really. I don't even that picture doesn't look that appetizing to me. It doesn't look any better than like a Big Mac. 200% beef patties grilled to order. 2 slices of American cheese. 2 fresh tomato slices, burger sauce. Crisp shredded lettuce and diced onions on a grilled sesame seed bun. Okay, it's a frickin' Big Mac. Is that what you're telling me, Captain Howdy? It's a frickin' Big Mac. And share a review. See my post. I don't know, friends. That looks like a Big Mac to me. Let's see this. How many calories? 690 calories. You got your 30 grams of protein there, though, Captain Howdy. So that's good. Is it better than a Big Mac? You know, I wouldn't doubt that. I'm not a big, as you might know, I kind of crap on McDonald's because I don't think McDonald's is very good anymore. I think they're kind of crap, to be honest. So it's not saying a whole lot, but okay. I mean, I think I'd rather have this than a McDonald's Big Mac. I'm down with that. Let's see what else they have. Let's actually look at the taco food. That's actually what we like. Okay, if you're Captain Howdy, you go straight to the burgers at the Del Taco. But for all the rest of us, that would actually go to a taco place to probably get a taco. Oh, look at this. Crispy chicken. Look at they have chicken. Go figure. 3-piece crispy chicken and fries. These don't look that bad. These actually kind of look like... That looks pretty good. Carne asada steak big fat taco. See, have you ever tried this, Captain? How about this, Captain Howdy? How about this one? Have you ever had this? Carne asada steak big fat... This is what you get, Captain Howdy. When you go to a taco restaurant, this is what you get right here. Right, friends? Am I wrong? This is what you get. Not a freaking burger. That looks good to me. That actually looks good to me. What does this stream become? Bloody Del Taco menu. I don't know. Because we have time. But that's what we do. That's what we go for. We go for a taco. Or even a burrito. Like these. Look at this. These look good. Those look good. Captain Audi said, see my last message. Oh, Symphonic, I posted my burger and what's your cooking chat? Ooh, okay. I'll go to that now. You know what? I'm half tempted to stay here because Maple complained. But let's go check out. Let me check out Discord here. I've got 11 minutes. Okay, here. By the way, hold on. Fresh off the press, Evan got back to me on if Microsoft is going to be at Flight Sim Expo. So for your very ears right here, for the first time, Evan says we don't have 100% confirmation yet, but we do expect they are going to they're going to be exhibiting this year. Okay, so maybe, maybe, but that would answer why it wasn't in the it wasn't in the list. But give it up to Evan right here, friends. Man, I tell you, that guy, 9:43. I sent him a message at 9:34. The guy responds in 9 minutes. All right, awesome. So it sounds like probably, maybe, but not 100%. So, Jerry, oh, you son of a gun, you son of a gun. Evan is a great guy. He gave me a hug. He gave me a hug last time. Well, actually, the last couple times, even when we were at some bats, you remember this, we're at Sim Gaming Expo. He came up and gave me a big hug. Great guy, great guy. I thanked him and said appreciate it, and he said, yep, totally, and he's typing something right now. But yeah, he's awesome. He says, happy to answer any other questions. It's shaping up to be another amazing event. Incredible how different things are every year. 25 plus new exhibitors, the Stoll workshops, career mentorships, etc. Yeah, awesome. If you have any questions, ask them now. I've got them online. I'm going to say, get this. I just said you got back to me in 9 minutes, told them you are good about responding, and some smart butt said you are faster at reading and responding to comments than I am during a stream. What? Thanks a lot for that, Jerry. And Evan says, he says, MSFS publicly said they're exhibiting, so feel free to share that link. Cool. He just sent me a link. Oh, look at this guy. He said I can share this. Okay, I've got something for you guys, straight from Evan. Oh, you probably all saw this. This is from April 15th. I think Jerry maybe around that time, but that was an update from Microsoft Flight Simulator. And he's laughing at me because of your comment, Jerry. Evan said you can thank the Blue Jays Yankee games being rain delayed and me having a late start tomorrow. There we go. And the NHL playoffs being on. That's great. But we'll say, anybody have any questions for Evan while we're here with him? That's good stuff. Just circle bats. There we go. There we go. Leave it to Evan. Thanks. Hey, Evan, if you go back and watch this, cheers, blue skies. Thank you, buddy. Do we want Evan to join us, friends? Evan from Flight Sim Expo, we could have him jump in. Here, I'll send him a link. Does anybody want Evan to join? Okay. You got to make sure you ask him some good questions, Jerry and the rest of you. If I'm going to have him jump on here. But let me do... Hold on a second. Let me get the stream link. And it'll be great. It'll be a good treat to have Evan jump in, won't it? Let me make sure I don't send him an advertisement inadvertently. Lose weight now. And it'll be ask me now. I'll say sure. If you want to join, we got a few in here right now. That's cool. All right, let's see if he joins. If he joins, I'll have to turn my camera on. My camera back on. All right. Oh man, we're almost at the point of top of this. Wait, we've got what do we have? 6 minutes to top of descent. But we'll see if he. I don't want to make him like go to his computer, but don't feel obligated if you are chilling right now. And it sounds like you are. There we go. Okay, somebody put Maple in timeout. No, I'm kidding. Don't put him in timeout. I'm totally joking, Jerry. Jerry's like quick, Maple, to jump on that, too. Like, everybody's got to mind their P's and Q's now because Jerry will not hesitate if somebody gets out of line. Just like, oh, you're in timeout. Oh, that's what Delt said. Sure. Blame Delt. Evan said in 30 seconds. Dang, I was so close. So close in putting him in, putting Maple in timeout. That's cool, though. I mean, Evan coming in to join us. That'll be cool. He got Howdy to mute him? Oh, is that right? Friends, don't go anywhere. We've got the organizer coming in here. Evan is coming in, and I'll tell you what. He is an absolute... He's a great guy, doing a great thing for our community, and yeah, he's going to be here with us. So don't miss out. Maybe we can get him to give us some. Do you think we could have him give us some tips or something? Sorry, but the stream delay wasn't fast enough for my fingers. Oh, there you go. Well, we will. We're going to wait. Oh, there we go. There we go. Friends, let's give it up. Give a big shout out and a welcome to our good friend, Evan. Evan Reeder, how are you doing, sir? Thanks for joining. Now you're going to make me... I told everybody here that if you joined, Evan, that I would actually put my webcam back on. So I am a man of my word. I'm a man of my honor. Evan, it's so great. It's great that you come here. Now, a little bit, I think many of you know who this superstar is, this legend, Evan. So he's one of the co-founders of the huge force behind bringing the Flight Sim Expo community together with all of us year after year. I'm going to ask Evan, because I can't remember exactly the year that you had co-founded that and started FS Expo. And I always wanted to go ever since it started. And I was telling Mrs. Symphonic, I got to go to this thing. And I finally got there at Houston. And I think that was in 2023, if memory serves, Evan. But again, you've helped turn this hobby into an incredible worldwide event experience. I think it's the biggest thing since sliced bread, well, actually any expo would be. And so trying to get the gang here. I know that we have a good following, Evan. You had mentioned that before. We've got a good following, our Flight Sim crew that did an incredible job helping me and and the whole gang and doing the Q8 Pilot Media Partner Lounge back when it was 2024 in Vegas. But Evan, you and Phil were just awesome to work with, and get to see you every year, and it's just incredible. And so thank you for taking just a few minutes to join us and answer any questions. I told everybody they had to have questions for you if you're going to take time out of your busy schedule, which I think you're hanging out on your bed waiting for a game to go on for MLB or whatever. But again, Evan, thanks for joining us. Evan says, I was told the camera is coming back on if I join the chat. So, and see, there you go, friends. Evan's a hell of a guy. Evan, I would seriously consider you a friend, and definitely appreciate every year. This will be my fourth, starting with Houston, then Vegas, and then, of course, we were at Providence last year. Now we'll be at St. Paul, June 12th through June 14th, and definitely looking for it. It's a great opportunity to connect with other enthusiasts, vendors, all that jazz, and we got a lot that will be watching the event. We did plug that because a lot of our friends and community followers and that aren't able to make the flight over here, like us Flight Simmer all the way from Australia, or if you live all the way halfway across the globe, there's the $15, and you can be there virtually, and then of course you all can join when we're live streaming from the event. And I might try to track down Evan and give him my fan face, and just say, will you do an interview with me, Evan? No, I know you would do it because you're that kind of guy and you're a great guy. So, but do please, friends, while Evan's here for a few minutes, definitely ask questions. It looks like you already are, and that's good. We got a question from Captain Howdy. What are the chances of the expo coming to Salt Lake City? It came in second place last expo. Evan says, I guess that would depend on the chances of hotel rates getting more reasonable. Yes, that's always the thing, right? Internet not costing too much. It's always the thing. Like, Evan, like the number of years that you've been doing this, that's the thing, right? You always got to think of like all of these logistic things, right? And obviously can be challenging. And Evan says, unfortunately, we couldn't get either to the spot we wanted. Okay. And Grumpy Gamer, Evan, he says, yes, please bring FS Expo to Salt Lake City. You've been, so let's review really quick because I haven't made all of them. You've been in Orlando. I think you've been in Orlando. I didn't make that one. You've been in, obviously Vegas a few times. And your first, if memory serves, Evan, I think the very first Flight Sim Expo that you guys did was in Vegas. I think that was the first expo you were in Vegas. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm often wrong. And I'm not afraid to admit it. I better pay attention. I'm going to have to get... let me do my top. You guys all go ahead and ask Evan questions. Evan, just throw peanuts at him. It works for me. Just throw peanuts at him. But I got to get top of the cent reached. Oh, crap. I missed my top of the cent. Hey, it's worth it, though. It's worth it. Son of a buck. I said buck. B-U-C-K. Enter destination data. So we're going to go here. By the way, of course, we have all of our awesome stuff here from WINGFLEX. I'm going to add some drag. That's with the Pack 32 from Wind Control. So Wind Control will be there at Flight Sim Expo along with WINGFLEX. They'll be there this year. You can ask them all your questions, try out the gear. But let me go performance. And next phase, we'll get this corrected. Don't worry, friends. I'm a professional. Don't try this at home. Really. Okay, Phoenix. Arrival. Not Phoenix's city, the Phoenix of plane. Let me do... That music might be a little loud. Let's go KJAX. We got... let's see, QNH is 3005, so we're going to type that into the scratch pad in LSK1. There we go. Temperature, 27 Celsius, LSK2. Magnetic winds, looks like we've got winds are at 110 at 8 knots. So we'll still continue with our inbound to runway 8. There we go. I think we're good to go. And then we got our flaps at 151 and all that good stuff. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and continue to descend. Let's see. Let me go to the charts. We're doing the RNAV, what'd I say? RNAV 8Y approach into Jacksonville. And Navigraph will be at Flight Sim Expo as well. We've done an interview with them. In fact, we did an interview with them in Providence. And we'll see if we can't catch them again. I'll be doing an interview, Evan, with several. Say Intentions, Moza, a few others as well, of course. See if we can't get in with a bunch of the other ones. Navigraph, Scholarchy, we've interviewed them before. We'll interview them again. They'll be there. Delt, I know you're a big fan of their TQ box that you bought. Look pretty incredible. Maple and who was it? Maple. Who did you? Oh, it was Maple and Pilot Rick. You guys did the joint flight in the Scholarchy full cockpit sim. That's a cool thing about this event, friends. If you can make it, you get to try out stuff. The community's the first thing, and the vendors are the second, and then trying out all the stuff. In my opinion, my humble opinion. All right, let me see here. RNAV Y8. We're going to drop down to 1100, so I'm going to dial that in here, and I'm going to put on the camera. So we're going to go 1100, drop this to 100, we'll go 1100, and then we'll continue down. We got the speed brake in, because we got to take that out, actually. I think we intercepted our descent profile, because look at the green dots way ahead, way above, so we're good. See, I told you. I told these guys, Evan, they never believed me, man. We'll be fine. We'll be just fine. We'll make it just fine. All right. There we go. We're back. We're back in action. Okay. I got to get caught up on chat here. I was in a bit of a panic there, getting everything ready. Runway 8 still. Yes, Bats. Runway 8. Okay, so Evan said, no streaming setup this year, though. We need Q8 for that. We need Q8 and the Symphonetic crew, right, Evan? I think that's what we need. We need Q8 and the Symphonetic crew. But you're right. Yeah, because he paid the dollars for that one, didn't he? Let's see. The Grumpy Gamer says, I'm sorry. SoCal Jerry, backing up here. Evan, did you consider Providence a financial success? It's a good question. It's time for the passengers experience zero gravity. Evan says, yeah, Providence was a great event for us. The hotel rate was as high as I'd want to see it. It was a little pricey for sure, but it worked. We basically took over downtown, and it was the biggest event we've ever had. That was huge, and I gotta say that was in terms of like the location, it was really great to have the location. A lot of good restaurants. They had like a place, like several places that we hung out. Was talking with Captain Canada and Blue Games, hanging out with Two-Tone Murphy, Allison Johnson. I saw that she's going to be there as part of the Media Partner Lounge, or help sponsor that this year. Hanging out with XB72, great group. Got to be on the panel. I was so nervous, Evan. Could you tell when I was on that panel in Vegas, and I told everybody about my daily affirmations. I don't know if you saw that, Evan, but where I look in the full-length mirror and I say before, because like Blue Games is talking about, what the question that Murph asked was, what do you do before a live stream? How do you prepare for live stream? And and there were a bunch of them that were saying, like Blue Games, he does sit-ups or push-ups. I think it was push-ups, and gets pumped, listens to some music. XP kind of the same. Talking about the stress before you go live, and all that. And it gets down to me, and I tell everybody that's what I do. I look in a full-length mirror and I say, Symphonac, you're good enough. You're smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like you, and that gets me through the start. And I did get XP laughing quite a bit there, so I was I was happy about that. It didn't be complete dead silence with crickets chirping, so that at least was good. I was happy that some people at least laughed. So I had the laugh track. So if nobody else laughs, I'm just going to force the issue. We got Season O'Neill, D1X, says, hi, Sim fan. May the God who gives endurance and encouragement give you the same attitude of mind toward each other. Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for that. Christ Jesus had so that one mind and one voice you may glorify the God. Yep, I couldn't agree more with you. Is that Reverend O'Neill? Reverend O'Neill's been at the expo multiple times. Appreciate it, Reverend. Evan says, Sympathic, I hear you. That's me when I'm backstage just before FlyTampa Expo Friday with my heart rate in probably the 200s. I hear you, man. Oh, man. I don't know how you do it year after year after year, man. It is very much appreciated, and and Evan, we appreciate you being here. Certainly don't want to keep you. You stay as long as you want. You can watch me try to land this A321 from Phoenix if you want, but if you have things to do, Let's give it up to Evan for dropping in here, the founder, co-founder of Flight Sim Expo. Everything Evan does, we appreciate you, Evan, bringing us together for what an incredible event. And we, it's probably one of those things where you don't get thanked enough. You and Phil and the others, all the volunteers. That's the other thing I should mention is there's an incredible amount of volunteers that do this thing, and and there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we have no idea that Evan and Phil and all the volunteers that put on this show, and they do. I mean, I just imagine all the work that goes through. Like, Evan, you're probably starting as soon as you're done with one event, you're probably already planning. Well, you're obviously already planning for the next event because you're already trying to figure out where to go. And there's already that planning going on. And we do appreciate it, Evan. So we're a shout out to our good friend, Evan Reeder, folks, right here in the flesh tonight. I didn't mean to do the laugh track there. In the flesh. Evan, appreciate it. I won't even do the symphonic shuffle, Evan, because it'll not only embarrass you, it'll embarrass me. There we go. 2027 is signed. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. That is awesome. There we go. Bats loves your work. And the kind of guy that Evan is, he'll even join us and while he's relaxing, and he's got his own. I mean, I can't imagine how much time it takes. But yeah, Evan, you are a delight, my friend. Delight. All right. Notice, Evan, I got the Flight Sim Expo. I usually have that up there. And if you go back to the beginning of the stream and playing I've been doing my due diligence and playing the trailer and getting people pumped up. I've been doing some more of the trailer, getting more, and it's actually personally, it's out of my own selfish reasons too, because I mean, not only do I want more people to show up at the event because it's awesome, but we continuously have our party grow. Thanks to Silver Killer and the rest of you, where we had the hats. Evan, you saw the white hats, Symphonic hats. We have the shirts. And I've got Bats, Evan. Get this. Bats works for a company. I've got metal. He's making me metal business cards that I'll be giving out this year to some of them. But it's easy to pick out the crew because we're all together there. But it's great event, and we appreciate Evan. Thank you so much for joining, man. Appreciate you very much. Now I got to see if I at all back on track with this flight. Well worth it. I'd crash into the ground, and I'd do one of these if it meant Evan would join us to just say hello. Actually, Evan, truth be told, these guys and gals would always like to see me crash more than land right, because then they can make fun of me. Makes for good entertainment, I guess. Dude, I didn't even realize that. You fly CRJs in real life? I didn't. How did I not know this about you? That is awesome. Have you ever been on a flight with your Sim CFI? Do you know about your Sim CFI? I'm sure you do. He's a friend and fellow content provider. I like the CRJs. Just, Evan, I'm not great about them because they don't have auto throttle. So then I muck up the descent and I end up going too fast and I overspeed them because I get too involved with. Why is my that keeps going? I thought that thing would have turned off by now. Here, we just do that. Oopsie daisy. Here we go. And there. Sometimes it does that. That's awesome though, Evan. I did not know that. You've flown together a few times, like in real life. Wait a minute. You've flown together in real life a few times with your Sim CFI? That's crazy. SoCal Jerry says we need a quality CRJ in the sim. There you go. That's awesome. Well, I guess you do know him. Wow, that's awesome. Learn something every day about people. Flying a jet without auto throttle, the horror. I know, right? I don't even know how you do it. I get too distracted. I couldn't do it. Evan, I think you know this, that I'm a real pilot. Believe it or not, I'm a real pilot. And I almost said I'm a real pilot in real life. That makes a lot of sense. A little bit redundant. I'm not an expert commercial pilot like yourself. I am I've just got my PPL. I did my CFI, CFII test, passed those, and got busy with, Mrs. Symphonic. Pleasure was all mine, by the way. But anyway, that's a different thing. But had a kid, and I never got my aeronautical experience with the whole instrument rating, so I got to go back. I'll do that later. I've got plenty of time. I'll retire at some point and do it, or before. Jerry does the air quotes, real pilot. Guys are so mean to me. October 50 years of flying, N911. Yeah, see, that's the other thing I love about the community and the channel. We like have the real pilots, like Evan, which I didn't even know he did CRJs, and I think I knew you were a real pilot, but I didn't know about that. And then we have a lot of, we have like people that have their ATP, and that's really sweet. And those that aspire, and we can give them like recommendations and things. And I think that's another thing that's big about Flight Sim Expo, right, Evan? You're like trying to get the young. I saw that in the booth you have, what high school was it? You have a high school aviation enthusiast, like trying to get to the younger crowd, which is a really cool thing. Evan says, nice, never been a CFI, so that's good stuff. Mad respect for the folks who help teach others. Yes. Oh, that's it. Minnetonka High School. That's right, Minnetonka, which I think is cool. Test pod. Oh, that's right. You were in the FAA, the nice FAA. That's right, the nice ones. There's a lot of nice FAA folks out there for sure. Uh-oh, standard pressure. What do we have for standard pressure? Let's go back here, and we got, I had it plugged into the MCDU, but I need to plug it in here. So we got 3005. So we're going to go ahead and set that on our wonderful WINGFLEX. Again, this is the EFIS cube. So let me get that on, and we're going to go, did I say 3006? I think I said 3. So we're going to push that in. We're going to drop that down to 306. As easy as that. Evan says, imagine your local high school casually has a flight sim class. Wouldn't that be awesome? That would be amazing. I've got well, Evan, you know about this. I've got a buddy I work with that does Civil Air Patrol, and they're really working on a simulator and getting something pieced together. And they're like, well, do you have stuff you can give? I'm like, well, I have stuff I could give, but I think the vendors would be kind of upset with me if I just give it out, but because they want me to highlight the stuff. But at the same time, that is really cool about engaging our younger folks that want to get into aviation. That's what I think is, I've said this multiple times, but I think that's what's so awesome about Microsoft Flight Simulator, X-Plane, all the sims that are out there, and then even these events that Evan and Phil and others are putting on. And Sim Gaming Expo, I know, Evan, you were there in Chicago last year. It's happening again with George. You've been engaged with him. I've been engaged with him. But just the amount of passion and love for this hobby is, I've been doing it all my life, friends. Like way back to Sublogic. Way back. We're talking way back. Remember the monochrome apple, Jerry? Remember that? When you had buildings were just wire? Awesome. That's awesome. Evan's going again to Sim Gaming Expo, which is at the same, I think it's at the same venue this year. So definitely be a good opportunity to go there. They're mainly on racing, but they're really trying to, George is trying to get into the flight simming arena, not to compete with Flight Sim Expo at all, because I don't think they could. But the more it gets out there, the better, right? And obviously Evan's there and supporting it, which is awesome. That's really good. Turn and Burn says, I love how widespread the knowledge you learn during these streams can be. Such a great community. Thank you, Turn and Burn, for that. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just exploding. It is an amazing thing. All right, it's time to turn on our lights. So I'm going to go up here. We have the A320 Overhead Panel that we're also highlighting tonight. And so let me get the FCU on and try not to get the mic in the way. There we go. So we're going to turn on the landing lights, takeoff light, and wing light. Those can all come on, as you see. Great stuff by WINGFLEX. WINGFLEX was actually at a few of the expos, I think, Evan. Can't wait to see Wind Control. They got a huge... Hey, Evan, if you're still here, I think Wind Control, do they have the biggest booth this year? Did they last year? I think they've had like the biggest booth for like consecutive years. It's just amazing. I'm going to drop this. Let me see what the minimums are. It's like 426, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop this right now down to, because I'll forget. So I'm gonna drop it to 500. Pilot Rick, what's up, buddy? Hey, Pilot Rick. See Flight Sim Expo? We got Evan Reeder hitting here right now. Give it up to Evan, man. Good to see you, Pilot Rick. Good to see you. Evan's checking. Look, he's on top of it, folks. Right on top of it. Pilot Rick, this is your chance to ask Evan, co-founder of Flight Sim Expo, any question you have. You can even ask him his shoe size. I'm sure he'd even tell you that one. Ask him his shoe size. I don't know why that just came to my head, by the way. Probably Maple. Okay, so Evan got back to us. I think Wind Control has the biggest, but it's close one between them, Thrustmaster, and Honeycomb. Oh, yeah, Switch is awesome for all of us as attendees. Absolutely. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for checking on that, Evan, and letting us know. It looked big to me. I think that floor plan that you all sent out is by scale, right? WINGFLEX also has exhibiting. Yes, I saw that, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. Evan, I've got 2 words for that. Awesome, blossom. It is great. Yep, and that's me doing my cheese routine, by the way. Often have plenty of cheese for these sim fans. Tell them the shoe size in Canadian. I'll also have to check on that. Oh, CP. There's CP. If I don't get CP65 to say wow during a stream, I am clearly not doing my job. Ooh, Ted, boy, that's my size. Actually, I kind of go around. I got a 10.5 Evan for my tennis shoes, and I think it's a... No, wait. Do I have that backwards? I think I have 10.5 for my dress shoes and 11 for my my tennis shoes. That's hilarious. Maple's big into feet, by the way, Evan, just so you know. He likes shoes. He's got a lot of shoes. It's kind of a running gag, by the way, because I have this thing, Evan, where I'll show you. I've got too many cameras, and so I've got a rudder camera, so I can show people, like, we've got the Wind Control here, the airline edition of the Orion rudder pedals, so I can demo all that stuff, and then, of course, we got the FCU and the camera here, where we got McDo and all that stuff, and then, of course, I've got the overview camera of everything with the AGP, Wind Control, the Ursa throttle, the PAC 32 down, which you can't see because it's down too far, and then the eCam, the TCAS, the new TCAS stuff, and, of course, all the stuff from WINGFLEX. Which I do like their RMP Cube. I do like how they mix it up a lot, and I think that is actually the nice thing about all the vendors that we have. We have all these options at different price points. I mean, anymore, if you can't find what you're looking for, you're not looking. In my humble opinion. Evan says, questions I did not think I'd be asked. Okay, so see, here's the thing, Evan. I should have warned you. When you come to our live stream, yeah, anything's pretty much game, buddy. Anything. I mean, believe me. We were okay, really quick, Evan, because I don't know how much time you have. But one of my moderators, his name is Captain Howdy. He said just last Saturday during our live stream, and I was just giving him a bunch of crap about this earlier. He's like, "Oh yeah, I had a great double cheeseburger. I stopped at Del Taco." And I said, "Come again?" Yeah, I had the best double cheeseburger. I went to Del Taco, and I wasn't the first to say this. I was like, "Okay, you're saying the best cheeseburger or a great cheeseburger you got. You went to a Mexican, a taco restaurant, fast food, mind you, for a cheeseburger." These are the kind of things that come up when we're streaming. Anything goes, Evan. Anything goes. But I appreciate you, playing along and entertaining us with those answers to those ridiculous questions, man. Oh. All right, let's see. How are we doing? We're about at approach. I better start thinking, which is really hard for me, as you all know. We're going across Penzie here, the waypoint Penzie, as you can see. A cheeseburger at a taco. Fast food even. Like I was telling Captain Howdy, Evan, I'm like, okay, I get it. If you were to say, I had the best double, like what do they call the double-decker taco at Del Taco? Oh, okay, that's plausible. Like, buy that. Or I had the best burrito at Del Taco. Oh, yeah, really? I might check that out sometime. Cheeseburger. Didn't see that coming. All right, here we go. Turn up the volume. Listen to those beautiful sounds of the Fenix Airbus here. A321, we're coming in. And I got to remember, Captain Howdy. And thank you, Captain Howdy, by the way, because I know you've given me fair crap, so I get to do it in return, my friend. But we're going to come on in here to runway 8. And hopefully I don't muck it up. Don't want to muck it up. Let's go ahead and get the auto brake set. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. We're going to go medium on the auto brake. I think we got everything on here. Now the pressure's on. If Evan's going to watch me land this thing. It was like, Evan, I had Jeff Fabiano join the stream a couple times, but one night I was coming in and I completely messed up the landing. And Jeff he was there, and I think, who else was there? I think XP72 and Jeff Fabiano just happened to join the same night, and I completely mucked up the landing. I mean, completely crashed. It's so embarrassing. Of course, Flight Simmer crashed that same night too on a different stream, which was hilarious. And Maple let me know about it, so I didn't feel so bad about myself. All right, I go silent cockpit. The silent cockpit. The music is off. A 2-night after party sounds awesome. What is this? I miss this. SoCal Jerry generally don't during the weekend, but after the event we have a 2-night after party with the volunteers, and that's normally my decompression time. That's awesome, Evan. That is awesome. All right, we're gonna go approach. Landing system on. And okay, let's go ahead and get this thing slowed down before I die. Oh man. Right, landing gear coming down. I probably screwed this up, didn't I? Trust the process. I've been talking too much. I've failed on cockpit resource management, folks. I'm a little high right above Maple Leaf, so we can't get this corrected. All right, autopilot coming off. Where's the autopilot thing on? Where the hell is it? Oh, here we go. My airplane. Oh, I got to get the nameplates off. Nameplates are screwing me up. Here we go. I'm going way too fast.
400.
Come on, baby, slow down.
Sync rate.
I bet Evan was wishing that he was flying with me right now. You'd feel really safe. Spoilers armed. By the way, people, you want to have a better approach than this, typically? Auto brakes are on.
100.
Too low. Terrain.
20. Retard.
Come on, this thing likes to float. All right, reversers on. That was a horrible approach. Oh my goodness. Brake, brake, brake. At least I'm not yelling brace, brace, brace to everybody. And welcome to Jacksonville, everybody. Everybody, we made it. We made it, and we didn't do one of these. We didn't crash. Thank you, CP. Oh, frame rates. There we go. We're going to go, let's get our APU on. And we'll get off the runway. Hey, Captain Aviation, welcome back, my friend. All right, flaps coming up. Sorry about that horrible approach. I'm glad Evan was there to see that. Pretty much average. I did 102. Thank you, Jerry. I guess I'll take that. I'll take that, friends. Golf clap. There you go, Jerry. All right, let's watch all of our other friends. It's not about me. Oh, my. Usually it's Bats that's that loud. Captain Aviation said 9 out. I'll take a 9 out of 10. Uh-oh, there it is. Maple's in. We get over here with the rest. Jerry, and I bet Bats are probably doing the landing challenge. Judging here, because they're good at judging. We all know this. Get this slowed down so I'm not going so fast. There we go. Here comes Delt. Delt, let's treat Evan to a great landing here. Evan said, autopilot disconnect is my favorite sound. That and the APU shutting down. I love that sound too, Evan. Absolutely. All right, here comes Delt. Looking good, Delt. Look at, hey, Evan, check out this custom livery from Hangar Studios. How about that for our VA? That's looking good there, Delt. Nice landing, Delt. Thanks, Evan. Actually, credit to our good... You know Hangar Studios, right? Because he was that at the last expo or the one before that where he was at it and talking about his aircraft? 10 out of 10 says Captain Aviation. Sorry, that music probably is a little loud. Yeah, he did that livery for us, man. He's a great guy. We've highlighted his Cam Air aircraft, a lot of other ones. That's what I love about this community, too. It's all the developers, too. Not just the vendors, but all the software developers making great products. It takes a village, right? It takes all of us, everybody, including mostly the community that flies, that is interested in this stuff. It's first goes out to them. All right, Blaster Blaze coming in. Is Blaster Blaze the last one? I'm going to turn off my ugly mug. I'm going to turn my camera off right now so y'all can see Blaster Blaze in all of his glory with the A350. Tony Beto's in the house, friends. Let's give it up to Tony Beto! Says, hi, Symphonic. Hey, dude. Hey, everyone. Hey, Tony came in a great time. Flight Sim Expo is Evan, the co-founder of Flight Sim Expo. Am I pronouncing it right, Evan? Evan Reader or Writer? I think it's Reader, right? Blaster Blaze. Evan, by the way, if I butchered your last name, don't worry. I butcher everybody's name, including my own. Yeah, so ask him any question, Tony. Writer. See? I got it wrong. Son of a... Dang it. Oh, me too. Thank you, Evan. I didn't want to mispronounce this legend's name, and I did. Leave it to me. Oh. Oh. I feel like Chris Farley. Shall I ask him when are we having FS Expo in Australia? There you go. There you go, Evan. FS Expo, Australia? Yeah, I don't think that's happening, Tony. But you never know. You never know. There you can see. I like that, Evan. There, Tony. Now he did a switch on you, buddy. Tony, what you need to do? Absolutely, he says. Tony's gonna take it. By the way, Evan, Tony's like on cruises all the time. He goes everywhere. Cruise. You should. That's why he's called Tony Beto, the cruiser, because do you do anything but cruising, Tony? And Flight Sim Expo, of course, I guess. And Blaster Blaze, there he is. I was going to say, he's under 5 nautical miles out, so we should be seeing him shortly. If it's in Australia or even Singapore, I'll be there. Nice. A cruise-based FS Expo. There you go, Jerry. I don't know. This is looking pretty good. Blaster Blaze. Sim's on a rocking ship. Add in VR. There you go. Yeah, I need to do more. Speaking of that N911, I got to do more Pimax Crystal Super videos and live stream. The thing about using those on live streams that you really don't get a sense of a really good sense. The VR, that's the other, I guess that's a great plug for attending Flight Sim Expo. You get to try out like VR goggles and all that stuff, because honestly, I can use these VR goggles until the cows come home, and you still aren't going to have the experience, obviously, that you get when you go to an expo where you can try them out and decide for yourselves, is this worth spending $1,000, $1,800 or more, sometimes less? You got to try it. It's like any of the products, the WINGFLEX, the WINGFLEX, the Scalarchy, Honeycomb, Meridian, Thrustmaster, which, by the way, the TPR pedals are still my favorite. I can't get over them. That was an incredible... I think Blaster Blaze might have just taken it. What do you guys think? Nice job. Is that it? Is that it, N911? Is that it, Bats? I think everybody has landed. Delgam's over there. All right, did we get the winner posted to our Discord server? I missed that comment before, Evan, where he said he DM'd me. Let's see that camera. All right, well, I guess I'll turn it on once again. Did we get everybody? Cordial and Howdy are too far out. And we know I need my Dino Nuggets. And we need to let all of you, including Evan, get some shut-eye. But hey, I appreciate all of you as always. I cannot wait to see you guys at Flight Sim Expo, again in St. Paul, June 12th through the 14th. For those of you that can't come, you can connect virtually. They have really reasonable tickets at $15. And so check that out, Flight Sim Expo. If somebody wants to drop in, I've got exclamation FS, I think. If you drop in, nope, somebody did. I got Streamlabs. There it is, exclamation FS Expo. Jerry's already way ahead of me. Thank you, Jerry. But go check out the site and come and join us either in person or virtually, or come to the live stream. We'll be there. But definitely support Flight Sim Expo if you can, even getting a virtual ticket. But friends, thanks again so much. Evan, how about this? Let's give Evan another shot. It's such a treat when we have our partners and vendors and other influencers come and join us. But Evan, thank you so much for taking your time out tonight. I know it wasn't planned, and you just came and did it. Thank you, Evan, so much. Good to have you here, Maple. Bats, thank you for doing the judging. And Evan asked Bats, what his shoe size is. I'm going to guess like maybe 10 would be my guess, Evan. I don't know. I have no insider information on that whatsoever. SoCal Jerry saying thanks. Look at all those emojis out to our good friend Evan. Evan, we'll see you at the expo, my friend. Say glad to be here, and thanks for being so welcoming. Always, man. Always, brother. You are to us, and you do an incredible job. You and all the others, Phil and the volunteers. And again, it comes down to the community. But Evan, thank you so much. Thank you, TestPod. Thank you, Tony. Glad to see you come in. I'm going to do the usual top 10 fans as I close out. Friends, take care. I'll see you on Saturday for the usual GA flight. And we'll be picking out something beautiful for that. And look forward to seeing you all on Saturday. Until then, friends, we will see you soon. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves and each other. And, of course, as always, blue skies. We'll see you all soon. Good night, friends. All right, friends, for the top 10 fans tonight in chat.
Spinning knobs at 2 a.m. in the glow of the sim. Coffee cold, but the checklist still begins.
All right, friends, here we go. Coming in at number 10 is our good friend. Let's give it up to TJ Turner. Good job, TJ. Thank you for your support and your continued support, my friend. You've been here a long time. Appreciate you. Coming in at number 9, he's one hell of a guy. His name is Johnny Mon. 211. John, I don't know if you're still here, but appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Coming in at number 8, what's up? It's our good friend Doug Gam, and he'll be at Flight Sim Expo as usual. Doug Gam, thank you, man, for being a moderator and for your continued support, my friend. I can't wait to see you in St. Paul, brother. Along with you, SoCal Jerry, coming in at number 7. Let's give it up to SoCal Jerry, our latest moderator addition to the channel. Appreciate you, Jerry. Thank you so much. You're doing a great job, man. I appreciate it. Coming in at number 6, it's Just Pilot with the retractable landing gear and 911, buddy. Thank you, bro. Coming in at number 5. I don't know if I'd trust his recommendation for restaurants, but if you're looking for a really good cheeseburger, he doesn't have you covered. He's got it. It's our good friend Captain Audi. Captain Audi, thank you for joining your support. I love giving you credit. That one we were going to get a lot of mileage out of, as you know. Appreciate you, Captain Audi. Congratulations on number 5. Coming in at number 4 is our good friend Maple Leaf. Maple Leaf. He's going to give me shit for messing that up. Appreciate your long-time commitment and support there, Maple. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Maple. And coming in at number 3, he gave me an 8 out of 10, even at the bad approach, but I'll take it. 8 out of 10. Thank you, CP6565. Appreciate it, brother. And coming in at number 2, thank you so much, moderator, dear friend. I appreciate you so much, Bats, for all your help and for judging every landing challenge, but then also the work that you're doing on the business cars. I think they're going to come out and turn out amazing, dude. Let's give it up to Bats at number 2. Thank you, Bats. And last but not least, number 1, the top tonight. Don't confuse them with the phony CFF or the fake CFF. It's the real CFF. Congratulations, you top 10. And runners-up, Captain Aviation, Turn and Burn, and there's several others, but you can see them if you click on the top fans. But appreciate all of you. I will see you on Saturday. Have a great rest of your week, friends. Good night.
Flying through machine dreams. Orange whips lighting up the flow where the virtual jet streams go. Blue skies, let the chaos fly from yo-yo fields to a digital sky. Symphonetic shuffle, don't slow down there. We're all just pilots everywhere. Throttle back. Discord chat. One more leg.